Hey, my mama said, fuck it, nigga, hit the streets and live. Got some crack in the corner and I did what I did. The neighbors, they don't like me, I got J's in. So, told my grandma I don't need a bed, I'm sleeping on the floor. Got my tool in my flow, then my two main hoes. Me and all my walls stick together like the soul. Stop by, say who got the yay for the low. And I keep birds with me like a straight out Holly Grove. The itch, my fingers, the itch for the life. I got the decision, and I got that calculator. I'm a motherfucking monster when it comes to getting that paper. I ain't gonna say the itch for the life. My fingers, the itch for the life. I'm riding around the city, and I got my calculator. I'm a motherfucking monster when it comes to getting that paper.
I don't fuck with these niggas 'cause they shady. These bitches, they just wanna have my baby. Born in the 80s, crack baby. Mama, she was in the street, so guess who raised me? You motherfucking right, couldn't get it from my mama, so I got it off the block. Been working my whole life, but I ain't never punched the clock. 9 years old, I seen a nigga get shot. Damn. Niggas quick to run their mouth when they get jammed. Pussy ass nigga, tell it on his own fam. The same nigga that you break your neck for. Be the same nigga that cross you out and wet you up. Supposed to be chasing money, but you chasing bitches. Real bosses don't talk, we just sit back and listen. Stack that paper up and then make boss moves. She like to argue, so I sent that bitch to law school. You keep it real with your dog no matter what. Same bitch that claim she love you, she'll set you up. Out here in these streets, it ain't no such thing as love. The only thing I trust is this pistol and these slugs.
It's the big dog.
First of all, Ernest, I would like to start off by giving a shout out to FYF Sports Debates Podcast. I really love that podcast. I really do.
Man, I love that song, man. I love that song, man. Just be riding, playing it. If you ever get stressed out, that's the song you just want to play. Just ride around playing that song. Salute to Rebrandon in the chat, one of the OGs of the channel. Make sure you stick around, Rebrandon. I'm going to make sure you get a wrench, man. Couple new faces in here. Salute to everybody watching from News Break, man. You guys always be showing love on the embedded YouTube video over there, man. Make sure you guys just always want to let you guys know on News Break. Appreciate the support that you guys give me on News Break. Make sure you always come over to YouTube, hit the like, maybe jump in the comments a little bit, and then head back over to News Break. But again, much appreciated for everybody over there. And then thank you guys over there for all of the thanks and the donations that you're sending through News Break. That is much appreciated, man. I just want to make sure you guys get a shout out. The unfortunate part about when you donate on News Break is it says anonymous, so I don't see who you are, so I can't give you a shout out. So if you do donate on News Break, that's another reason to make sure you come over to YouTube to let me know so I can give you your shout out. Salute to True the King in here as well. Again, another one of the OGs. Make sure if you love sports, if you love basketball, make sure you go sub up to True the King TV, man. Elite content creator. Oh, man. Sandcastle girl, miss seeing you. I'm doing solid, man. Just, man, my thing is, look, man, it's hard, like when, I'm coaching, and, it's hard to put 100% into this when I know I'm doing other stuff with, other content creators, the coaching. And so slowly I'm trying to put together a schedule where I can make sure that I'm going live here on FYF at a minimum of 3 times a week. I know last week, I only think I went live once or twice. Again, the goal is to just keep that up at 3 times a week. So if you love the FYF shows, our goal is to go live Monday mornings, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That's going to be our goal that we're going to be pushing for. Unless something changes, obviously when we travel and we do things like that kind of changes things. But I've kind of navigated things around my schedule to where I think that can work best. It is what it is, man. NBA. Then we got the trade deadline coming up. We got a lot of NBA talk coming up. Couple teams is surprising me. Memphis Grizzlies surprising me. Thank you, Sandcastle Girl. That's much appreciated. We got to get more people like you on the panels, though, too, man. I see a lot of you guys in the comments. But I love to see you guys get on the panels and cook. You know, agree or disagree, man. Want to get more of you guys up here to cook. We got Weebay, man. Been here for a minute as well. Hey, Kevin, I see you over on Twitch. Appreciate you. So Kevin, just so you know, and we are live on Twitch, you guys, as well. I just activated the monetization on Twitch, so I'm not 1,000% sure of all of the features. I know there's going to be a lot of new features that you see over there on Twitch right now, but I literally just activated. I know you can do things like gift subscriptions and whatnot, but I'm going to have to just do some things solely on Twitch just so I can get a better feel of it. But if you know how to navigate Twitch and you want to donate or support, that is much appreciated as well. We got Logo James Kingdom. He says, nah, Kwame don't want to make videos about Bronny. See, look, we could just dive right into it, y'all. And I knew this was going to happen. Like, it's been happening right in front of our eyes for the longest. Salute to Mingo Jester. I see you pulled up. Retro, 1914 salute. This is, and the reason why I'm glad that I went live this morning is because, see, this is the trend that I've been noticing, y'all. A lot of these content creators, early on to start the year, again, super desperate for. Remember, they're only seeking one thing. They're looking for negative, controversial, or controversy within the Los Angeles Lakers, because anything that's negativity, controversial, they're just going to blame it all on LeBron. I mean, a homeless dude can set a fire in front of the Staples Center. They're going to blame it on LeBron. It don't matter. They're just looking for negativity and controversy, and then they just find a way to just aim it and navigate it towards LeBron. So at the beginning of the year, when there really was no true stories to talk about, right? A lot of the haters made this humongous deal about Bronny James getting a contract, and they tried to pretend as if Bronny James getting a contract as a second-round pick was just some unheard of thing that just never happens, when it happens literally every single year with second-round picks, low second-round picks, or even high second-round picks. It even happened in this very draft with other players that they just don't care to talk about. And so this summer, the whole narrative was Bronny James is undeserving. And LeBron, you know, he got Bronny James signed, and it was all nepotism. And then what they ultimately ended up doing was, as they followed the Lakers in the summer league, then they finally saw the summer league team play, and they said, "Oh, Quincy Olivari, he's not going to get a spot on the team because Bronny James got signed. Look how good he is." So they were just using him as a pawn. But see, y'all, basketball is something. It's called karma that happens in basketball. In basketball and in basketball talk, this karma is crazy, because what ultimately happened, right? While they were using Quincy Olivari, a guy that they did not follow at Xavier, because most of them don't watch basketball, especially college basketball. They run around pretending as if they cared about where Quincy Olivari fell or who he played for or if he actually earned a roster spot. The Lakers did something that none of them expected. They cut Colin Castleton, a two-way player, to make room to bring in Quincy Olivari. So now this narrative that Bronny James took a roster spot away from Quincy Olivari, now that narrative is in the garbage can, right? Because essentially a two-way roster spot is an actual roster spot. Ever since 2020, ever since COVID, the two-way contracts, you are now on the roster if you get a two-way deal. This is why they can bring you up and drop you back down. This is why two-way players get two separate paychecks. When they call you up, you get an NBA paycheck. When you drop back down, you get a G League paycheck. So they were just using Quincy Olivari. The Lakers the entire time loved Quincy Olivari. And so what did the haters then do next, right? Instead of just admitting they were wrong, y'all, this is what they did. People like Kwame Brown. He's running around telling his fan base, well, we're the ones responsible for Quincy getting signed. We're the ones who put pressure on the Laker organization to sign Quincy. So because we spoke up as if the Lakers are running around watching Kwame Brown and some of these low-level content creators to make roster decisions. This is how uneducated a lot of them are, y'all. They truly believe a lot of these things that they say. And so now that narrative was in the garbage can. They can no longer, because once Quincy Olivari got signed, who did they stop talking about? They stopped talking about Quincy Olivari. Even though Quincy Olivari was balling in the G League, I think averaging close to 17 points a game, maybe more than that, they stopped talking about him. They didn't care. Mr. Winters says, nobody hated on Bronny. That's not true, Mr. Winters, because we're not dumb. We have eyes and we have ears. He says, Brian, nobody hated on Bronny. He's where people said he should have been. No, Mr. Winters, the haters were saying he should not even have been in the NBA. The haters were saying he should not even have been drafted in the second round. Mr. Winters, you got to stop lying. Mr. Winters, don't you have something better to do? I mean, aren't you supposed to be jumping in Carcino's DMs or something with some juicy butt crack sports report on LeBron, some fake news on LeBron to trick one of them into going live on a fake topic or something? Don't you have some? Don't you have, like, come on, man, Mr. Winters, you got to find you something to do. You're trying to be a contrarian when everything that I'm saying right here is facts. The haters were running around saying, they were literally running around saying Bronny James was not good. They said he was the worst player in the G League. They said he was the worst player in the NBA. We're not dumb. I was one of the only people. Matter of fact, I just did a live early in January where I said, change my mind. I said, Bronny James has always been a good player. I said, y'all just late. When people tried to lie about Bronny James in high school, saying he wasn't even the best player on his high school team, I always corrected people on that. No, he was the best player. He was one of the best players in the country. When people try to lie and say he did not deserve a spot on the McDonald's All-American team, I explained to people how he made the McDonald's All-American team. He wasn't supposed to make it because the players ahead of him played at schools that were ineligible for the McDonald's All-American, like a Rob Dillingham. Well, that bumped Bronny James up. See, I've been trying to tell the truth the whole time. I know Mr. Winters. It could be a fake narrative, but that's why you're here listening. Because like I say, Mr. Winters, if it's a fake narrative, then all you got to do is, I gave the instructions the other day. If it's a fake narrative, pick up your phone, scroll up, and tap another video if it's fake. See, let's go back to Quincy Olivari, because we're still not done with the Quincy Olivari narrative and the Bronny James narrative. Because once Quincy Olivari, once he got signed by the G League South Bay Lakers, or he was signed by the Los Angeles Lakers to a two-way contract, all of the haters shut up about Quincy Olivari. Y'all did not know what he was doing in the G League. Y'all did not know how well he was doing. A lot of you guys did not even know he got injured for a period of time and wasn't even playing games. You guys did not care. But then what you shift your focus on is you shift your focus back to Bronny James. Well, what did the haters decide to do? Well, we're going to monitor every performance of Bronny James And every time he plays bad, we're going to further double down on the fact that he's trash. These are facts. These are facts. Because we can go through Bronny James's game log, and I want you guys to see the trajectory of how a lot of the, how a lot of these haters, right, tried to cover Bronny James. Because we have been telling, a lot of people in here who were realistic about Bronny James said that, of course, it's going to take time for him to get his bearings back. This is a guy that just came off of a massive heart condition that almost took his life. Every time he runs up and down the court, every time he feels his heart beating in his chest really hard, do you think that plays a role in tickering it back, getting your confidence back, when you just literally almost died on a basketball court? And the only thing that you're doing when you play basketball at the level that he's playing at in the G League is you're pushing your heart. Your heart's pounding. You're getting tired. You're getting fatigued. Y'all act like that mental block is just something you could just leap over that hurdle just like that. Now, for some people, maybe some athletes can leap that hurdle just like that. And so when I initially saw Bronny James, I told you guys, it just looks like he's nervous. I said, it looks like there's just something mentally where he just needs to get over that mental hump, because I've seen his game when he's at an optimal level. Do I believe he's going to be a great NBA player? No. But can he be a journeyman, a role player? Yes, I believe he can. But when he wasn't even looking like that, I said, it looks mental. When I saw him not being aggressive, it looks mental. All right. For the people that haven't been able to follow Bronny James, and I get it, it's just hard to find G League games. Really, there's nowhere to watch it. Let's talk about how Bronny James has been faring in the G League. All right. Because he's played in a number of games, and there's been a trajectory that that's taken course since he's been playing. All right. He played his first game with the G League, South Bay Lakers, November 9th versus the Salt Lake City Stars. 6 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. We all remember that game because it was 2 of 9 from the field, 0 of 4 from the three-point line. The haters were flocking around. He's trash. He don't belong in the league. Y'all remember the videos. Y'all saw the videos. Sports T, Man Down Sports. All the haters had max content. Bronny James is trash. This dude sucks. And we're talking about an 18-year-old kid who's a second-round pick. They're not talking about bona fide NBA players that have been in the league 10 years. They're not talking about the KDs, the Steph Currys, and anybody like that. They're going after the most lowest hanging fruit. You're going after a kid who was drafted at the bottom of the second round that's just recovering from a massive heart condition. Wow. What a striking video that you've done to call out that he played bad in his first G League game. Wow. Next game versus November 17th versus the Stockton Kings. Bronny James, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 of 10 from the field, 0 of 2 from the three-point line. The haters, again, and all you guys got to do is go down the timeline of the Casino for Lifes, the Man Down Sports, the Dreamers Pros, all the people that typically hate Bronny James, all the people that hate LeBron James. I want you guys to follow his performance and production, look at their content, and I want you guys to start looking at a pattern as to how it changes, because when Bronny James was playing bad, the Bronny James content and LeBron James hate content was at an all-time high, because people had all types of narratives they could push. Bronny James was playing bad. They can blame it on LeBron. They can blame it on LeBron by saying that, oh, LeBron James put too much pressure. Well, LeBron said Bronny was better than all these people. So they had all these types of content they was throwing around. Salute to Thomason on Discord. Appreciate you. Salute to Thomason on Twitch. I mean, you said on Discord your username. So Thomason, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the Discord link. I'm gonna drop that Discord link. You can follow FYF Sports on Discord. I'm gonna get you in there. All right, let's go to the next game. Now, December 7th, Bronny James versus the San Diego Clippers. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He still didn't make any threes. 0 of 4 from the three-point line. Still shot poorly from the field. 6 of 15. Right? See, the haters have been saying, what have the haters been saying? He's not being aggressive. He's not shooting the ball. He's not even trying to score. Well, Bronny gets up 15 shots in only 22 minutes, but you can tell he's being more aggressive. Not very efficient, but he is being more aggressive. 16 points on a bad shooting night. So the haters still didn't give him more credit for being more aggressive. He still get no credit. Well, what happened on December 12th? December 12th was a bad day for LeBron James and Bronny James fans. It was a bad day because Bronny James played the Valley Suns. 25 minutes, 30 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 56% from the field, 35% from the three-point line. Bad day because now when he drops 30, now the LeBron James haters and the Bronny James haters, now they're trying to scratch. Now what they're doing in their minds, y'all, is they're trying to determine how do we talk about this in a negative light? Oh, we talk about it in a negative light because the Valley Suns actually came back and won that game. Oh, so now the new narrative was even when Bronny James has a big game, oh, they didn't win though, so it don't matter. Mr. Winters, I just said that. Didn't LeBron tweet that? Yes, I said that. But what LeBron or what other people say about Bronny is not about Bronny. And Mr. Winters, what father do you know isn't going to uplift and propagate their own son? What father, do you hear, even though D Wade's son, Zaire Wade, is trash, do you hear D Wade coming out saying my son is trash and he don't belong in the NBA? You know, no, D Wade proceeded to get his son drafted in the G League draft to the team that he partially owns. No one, like Mr. Winters, what type of weirdos are you? Like that where y'all literally want LeBron to come out and say BS about his own son. And then the fact that you sat there and took it seriously, because we all knew that LeBron was saying that as a father, not as a basketball mind. Anybody that's watched Bronny James play in college knows, okay, he's definitely not better than half the league. But what father ain't going to say that? That ain't disrespecting no players, Mr. Winters. Because, Mr. Winters, there's a lot you can do. If you really care about disrespect or respected players, there's a lot you can do to talk basketball without disrespecting LeBron, yet you don't. There's a lot you can do to stop putting so much disrespect on Bronny James, but you don't. Now you all of a sudden care about respect and disrespect when it comes to other players. All you do, Mr. Winters, all you literally do, Mr. Winters, is you jump in anybody's inbox that will listen on IG and you try to push. And literally, when I say butt crack sports, you will get stories from butt crack sports off of Twitter and really try to sell them and try to finesse and get people, low-level content creators, to talk about this nonsense. That's generally fake news. Don't lie, Mr. Winters. I know you be in Carcino inbox. He the one that exposed it. He exposed it right on his own channel. I know you be and you've been in my inbox, Mr. Winters. I don't even know why you be DMing me, but you be DMing me. Just do what you do best. Like, don't talk about respecting and disrespecting players when that's all you do. And comparing players is not disrespectful. To say that your son is better than certain players, okay, fine. That's a father talking about his son. And if you can't handle that as a basketball player, then you shouldn't even be playing basketball. Let's get back to this. Because remember, December 12th versus the Valley Suns was a very intriguing day for the LeBron James haters. Because they didn't know. Like, it was hard for them to push negativity, because when somebody drops 30 points and plays as well as Bronny did, you can't just be negative. Especially after crying that he needs to be more aggressive and make threes. So you can't. So when I posted about it, I watched the comments. Oh, they didn't win. Why are you posting this? Oh, okay. Oh, that's the new narrative. They didn't win. Okay. The Bronny James follows that performance up the next night versus the Valley Suns with 16-point performance. Shot poorly, but he was still aggressive. Bronny James the next night versus the Greensboro Swarm, starting to get his confidence back, starting to play a little bit better, and he's starting to make the 3-ball. Right? 16 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 of 5 from the 3-point line. Another solid performance. The next night, December 21st, in a game where he was not supposed to play versus the Osceola Magic. Right? Remember, this is the game where he got there late right before the game because he wasn't even supposed to play. He played solid, but it wasn't stellar. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 of 7 from the field in the second half performance. December 27th versus the Cleveland Charge. Bronny James, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 of 8 from the 3-point line. Now we're starting to see a trend. Bronny James, in all of these games, Bronny is playing between 20 to 25 minutes. So in limited time, he's still going out there being highly productive. And we see him doing what small guards need to do. You have to be able to make the 3. Now he's taking those threes that we saw him passing up early on. He's starting to get his confidence back. And so going from December on up, especially towards the end of December, what did we start to notice? The Man Down Sports, the Sports Tees, Sports Fitness and Rants. Michael Jordan fans are the best. Casino for life. The Bronny James content started sinking. It's a dead topic to chase now. Bronny James is now playing much better. And he's not just playing much better, he's doing it consistently. We can't push that narrative no more. And it doesn't change. December 28th versus the Cleveland Charge. Bronny James, 23 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists on 50% from the field, 3 of 5 from the 3-point line. He's only getting better as he goes. Right? None of them talked about Bronny James's performance that night. Didn't say nothing. Didn't say he was the worst player in the league no more. He wasn't aggressive, right? Not only that, the South Bay Lakers went on a nasty winning streak, so they were winning games. They zipped their mouth. Let's find other negative things to talk about, right? Because towards the end of December, going into January, they were so thirsty to seek something negative about LeBron James and the Lakers. They've been pushing for fake trade news. They've been trying to find anything. They didn't want to attach themselves to DJ Academics. You know, when you think, I want you to think how crazy this is. Casino for Life hates DJ Academics, doesn't look at him as very credible until he says something about LeBron James. Now he's running with this story as if it's facts. Very odd what these LeBron James haters, the links that they will go to just to attach themselves to a negative story. But Bronny James is playing well. And then after having a 23-point outing, right? He rejoins the Lakers for a certain period of time, right? Because remember, there was essentially a cutoff in the season, right? There was a cutoff in the season because the G League tip-off had ended, and now the G League regular season has started. Now, Bronny James, when he goes back, Bronny James goes back down to the G League because he had been called up to the Lakers roster. He goes back down to the G League January 25th versus the Rip City Remix. 31 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 10 of 22 from the field, 5 of 11 from the 3-point line, 45% from the 3, 45% from the field. Right, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Hell of a game. Now this is his best. So now the only thing that's being consistent right now is that Bronny James is significantly improving. No matter what you want to say about Bronny James, no matter where you feel he might max out as a basketball player, Bronny James is now being consistent. 31 points. And not only was it just 31 points, he had one of the best highlights of the G League so far this year with a massive poster dunk that really had the haters like, God damn, what do we say now? Because at first they were saying he wasn't being aggressive. First they said he couldn't make threes. Now he's not just scoring at a high level, which isn't even his forte. Now he's making threes at a high level, which isn't even forte. Now he's showing his athleticism, which the haters pretended that he didn't even have. The haters were running around saying he's not athletic. And when he goes in as a 6'2 guard and punches on a 6'11 guy, they zip their mouth. They shut the hell up. And now they're searching for how can we flip this into something negative about LeBron James. Still searching, still trying to flip all of this stuff into something negative. So What did they try to do just a few weeks back? Which I told y'all, basketball karma and the basketball gods, boy, they don't like ugly. Because what did they try to sneakily do a few weeks back? Quincy Olivari gets waived. So what's this new storyline? Kwame Brown, all of a sudden, Quincy Olivari waived. Let's talk about it. The Lakers, man, I knew LeBron James got him waived. I knew he was just there because we got him there. I knew it, man. So Quincy Olivari, let me tell you something, y'all. Quincy Olivari was a two-way player making $289,000. Okay. He had rolled his ankle, so he hadn't even been playing. Lakers, who desperately need a big man, because Jackson Hayes was hurt, Christian Wood is hurt, Vandy was hurt at the time. They needed another big man just in case another one of them go down. So what they decide to do strategically, and this was a strategic move that we now see now, they waive Quincy Olivari, who's on that two-way slot, to bring in Trey Jemison to put him in that two-way slot, because that's the only way you can get Trey Jemison, the third, is by giving him that two-way slot. But what did the haters do? Because the haters have no patience, because they so thirsty for a hot story, because they so thirsty to blame LeBron for anything. The haters said, LeBron got Quincy Olivari cut, man. Bronny James still on this roster. How do you cut Quincy Olivari? Quincy Olivari been balling. Well, he hadn't been balling because he's been out with an ankle injury the last month. The haters just too stupid to realize that. The haters see him averaging 17 points per game. They don't understand that was all in November. He ain't played in December at all. He came back, played a little bit, and his ankle been too messed up. But the Lakers still loved him as a player. So now you got the Carcinos, even Ticket talked about it. All of the hate channels, now they back on this Quincy Olivari narrative. But then what happens? The basketball karma, the basketball guys kick their ass one more time. The Lakers re-signed Quincy Olivari. And they didn't just re-sign Quincy Olivari, y'all. Y'all know what the funniest thing is about it? They doubled his salary. He was making $289,000 on a two-way deal. They re-sign him just as a G League player, and they're paying him $586,000 as a G League player. They doubled his salary. They doubled his salary. Additionally, it gives him more flexibility in the event, because the Lakers right now, roster spots are thin, right? Their roster is essentially capped out, right? You can only carry so many players. So to give him a ton of flexibility, not only do they pay him more money, but because he's now on a standard G League contract, he's free to walk away from this deal and sign with any team in the NBA. Because when you're on that two-way deal, the Lakers have your rights. And now for you to go to another team, you have to either be traded, and it becomes much more difficult and messy. So not only did they help Quincy Olivari out by giving him better flexibility, they re-signed him to the South Bay Lakers so he can continue to showcase his skills. On top of that, they also doubled his salary from two. So because if you go look at Trey Jemison's salary on that two-way deal, he's only making $286,000, the same amount Quincy was making. I want y'all, like, when you go to Hoop Hype, look at Trey Jemison's salary. Look at Quincy Olivari's salary. His salary's blacked out. He's on a standard G League contract, $500, and actually it's $578,000. That's how much he's making per year. That's what he's going to finish out making. Trey Jemison right now is making $286,000 on a two-way deal. They did Quincy Olivari a favor. But when the Lakers bring him back and then pay him more, the LeBron and the Bronny James haters, they now have to zip their mouth, and now they have to run and hide in shame once again. So now they hiding in shame. They tried to push the LeBron James cheating on his wife narrative with DJ Academics. It's really hard to push that narrative when the woman, yes, Jules, comes out herself and says, y'all are completely dumb. This is all fake news. So it's hard to really stick to that narrative when the very woman that y'all talking about has come out publicly and said it's fake news. So you can't push that narrative for too much longer. On top of the fact that everybody is killing DJ Academics. And Blaze, RPT, she might be lying. But at the end of the day, DJ Academics is not going to, by putting that story out there, he's not going to get any friends. You, at the end of the day, you still breaking the bro code to a certain degree. It still ain't cool to out a dude like that. Like, you could be beefing. You can have a beef with a dude on the street. If you go to the internet and say, oh, you cheating on your girl, you don't get any points for outing people in that particular manner, even if it is true. It just makes you look dumb. This is why DJ Academics hopped his ass right off that wave. And now karma's kicking DJ Academics in the ass, because now DJ Academics then got recorded grooming and talking sexually to a 15-year-old. And he's going to now have to figure out how to address that, because karma flipped on him. So now he's doing his best to avoid talking about that. When they got him caught in 4K, talking to a little 15-year-old boy, asking him about sex. That's karma. So that story down the drain. So the Quincy Olivari narrative, garbage can. He's on the roster. He's making more money than ever. He's happy to be there. The Bronny James narrative, garbage can. Bronny James has progressively gotten better. 3-point field goal percentage, shooting through the roof. Right now that the G League season has officially started, Bronny James right now today is averaging 23 points per game. Because the games you guys were watching before was called the G League Showcase. Now the G League regular season has started. So far, he's averaging 23 points per game. He started the G League season off on a tear. He says, FYF won't address LeBron lying. First, see, music by P. Y'all think we dumb. He didn't lie on MJ's name. If you listen to that interview that he did with the Kelsey brothers, they told LeBron, there's a story out that you cooked Jordan as a 16-year-old. Do you guys know who publicized that story first? It was Ron Artest. Ron Artest is the one that said years ago that LeBron James walked in that gym and cooked everybody. And I didn't hear y'all crying to Ron Artest. Ron Artest said, it made me want to get in the gym and work harder. Said he walked in the gym and cooked everybody. You guys need to go cry to Ron Artest. All they did was ask, because LeBron James has never really talked about that. He was asked about it because someone else outed it. Y'all just don't like when people bring it up. There have actually been other players that have said the same thing. But at the end of the day, it was Ron Artest who talked about it first. And I didn't see any of you guys in his inbox saying, Ron Artest, you lying. Stop trying to be a LeBron fan. Are you getting paid by Clutch? Hold on. What do you want me to address? LeBron James just confirmed that it happened. What do you want me to? It's not news. It's not news at all. So you want me to report on Ron Artest's recollection of a pickup game that he had with LeBron James. You want me to report on LeBron James' recollection of what happened. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do with this? There's no video. There are no stats. There's nothing. All we going is off what he said and what he said. But based on what everybody said about the whole situation, music by P, LeBron James played decent. If you don't want to accept the fact that he destroyed everybody, at bare minimum, he played decent against pros as a 16-year-old. Because Music by P, I know one thing. If you got a kid or if you were 16-year-olds, you probably struggled to play basketball versus other 15 and 16-year-olds. LeBron James went into a gym with grown men, NBA players, and held his own. Whether it was just an average day, slightly above average day, or a hell of a day, he still walked into a gym. There's enough testimony. There's enough people who testified to the fact that he walked in the gym and held his own at a bare minimum. So let's just go with he held his own as a 16-year-old. Do you know how good you have to be as a 16-year-old to walk into a gym with NBA pros and walk out that gym and be able to say that you held your own? Do you know how good you have to be? Y'all 15 and 16-year-olds getting cut from the JV team. Bron walking in the gyms with pros holding his own. What do you want me to report on? Do you want me to? All that does is make LeBron James look better, something that you don't want. So why do you want me to report on it? I think y'all need, if you're a LeBron James hater, sometimes y'all need to think before y'all speak. This is a 16-year-old walking into a gym full of pros. Pros struggle against other pros. Well, Serge, I didn't talk about it because there is no footage. Serge, you need to start crying to Music by P. You LeBron James haters, y'all need to start arguing amongst each other. Because it was not nothing. It was not. That's not a topic I even wanted to discuss. He thought it was negative, so he brought it up. Now he realizes that even talking about it, it's not negative. It's still positive. He says it's worth reporting for the fans and for the haters. It's great conversation. No, because the conversation ends. We're talking about other people's accounts of what may have happened. There's nothing to report there. Ron Artest reported it first, and you guys did not want to talk about it. Other NBA players talked about it. You didn't want to talk about it. You only wanted to talk about it when LeBron James finally addresses it. So don't come running to me now, talk about it's a story you want to talk about because LeBron finally addressed it. Remember, y'all say he talks too much. Y'all say he's too boastful. You say he has too big of an ego. And he didn't even just talk about it. He was asked about it. This is what I mean. He can't even answer questions without y'all getting in y'all feelings. Sir, and Serge, if you need video footage, you ain't taking nobody's word for it. Okay, fine. Okay. Hey, everybody in the chat, Serge says he needs footage. Whoop-de-doo. I'm fine with believing Ron Artest. You want me to play the Ron Artest video? Let me pull it up. I'll pull it for you. Since, Music Pop Pete wants to talk about it. Oh, yeah, Antoine Walker talked about it too. I only like Ron Artest because Ron Artest was the first person to talk about it publicly. And nobody cared. None of y'all cared because it was actually something positive about LeBron James. That's why. Let me see if I can bring it up. They mad. All of their headlines, and even today, right? This is another thing I wanted to tell y'all too. LeBron James is one of the most popular figures in the world. If anything happens with LeBron James that's considered breaking news, I promise you, it's not going to get reported by a YouTube content creator first. So just news flash to you guys. If there's any legitimate, real breaking news on LeBron James, I'm 1,000% positive it's not going to get reported by a YouTube content creator first. The only things that are breaking news are generally the fake stories published on some of the most low-level websites that you can find. You know, even with this Royce Reed thing, because Royce Reed, what did Royce Reed do? LeBron wasn't even sad when Kobe died. Huh? Dwight said, see, everything that she said in that, and she checked the boxes. She checked the box for a disgruntled ex. She did everything that a disgruntled ex typically does. Check one box. She tries to mess up your friendships and relationships. She knows that Dwight Howard's trying to get back into the league. Dwight Howard's been at a lot of Laker games. He's made it public that he wants to rejoin the Lakers because they need another big man. Well, let's check that box. If I come out publicly and say he's been gossiping about LeBron, well, we can probably kill that stone. Let's check another box. Well, what does the disgruntled ex do always? Well, he either has a little dick or he's gay. One of those two. Well, let's just say he's gay because the accusations are already out there. Let's just confirm it. I've seen him in bed. Check the gay box too. So she's married to him. She's with him. She's just letting him be in the house, be gay with other men right there in the house, right in front of her with the kids there as well. Check that box too. He's gay. All she did was check the box, every box that every disgruntled ex is going to do. Anybody, especially when a lot of us were younger, you break up with a girl, it don't go, you know, you probably cheated on, you probably did all types of other crazy stuff. What's the first thing they run and do? They call in the other girl. Hey, he was this, and this, and they trying to muck up all your other stuff. They trying to mess up relationships. Oh, he got a little dick. He get. Come on, man. Cam, I'm not falling for it. And how is that news? How can you report on somebody else's feelings? He said that when he looked at that dude, he wasn't sad enough. Huh? This is what we doing now. Oh yeah, let me pull up this Ron Artest video. I got it right here. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, I got it right here, y'all. Let me put it in. Let me put it in here. Let's play this video. All right, this is Ron Artest some years back talking about it. Let's see what Ron Artest had to say about it. For Music by P, this is for you, man. What did Ron Artest say about? Remember, and this is a guy by the name of Ron Artest, y'all. He's gonna go down as one of the best defensive players of all time. He's one of the most hard-nosed players of all time. I love the way he played. He helped Kobe win a championship. You guys should love him, and you guys should feel that he's credible based on his track record. He hasn't done anything where I would feel he's not credible. If you love that fact that he's physical, well, he definitely did cause the malice in the palace, so he will fight. If you guys love the 80s and 90s players that love to fight, right? So, I mean, if you want to say he's not credible, okay, fine, whatever. But it is what it is. This is what Ron Artest had to say, y'all. Let me share my screen.
I do want to talk about MJ. When MJ was deciding to come back in 2001, he held it some pickup games, right? You played in one of the pickup games, and from that, MJ walks away with a broken rib. Can you give us any story of how that happened? What happened?
Yeah, the story would have never got out. I always tell the story, but it would have never came out if our good friend, which I don't really know Sam Smith, I just like to.
Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna fast forward to the part where he's talking about LeBron.
You know, and got me like, I said, NJ, sorry, man, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah.
Give us some insight on what that looked like. Was LeBron picking up MJ, or just give us a story of that pickup run you were at?
Well, you know, everybody knew who he was. He was already famous. He was bigger than all of us in the gym. So he's coming into the gym. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to see what he got. He was cooking. Like, he was 15 or 16, posting, getting to the basket. And I'm like, this is going to be a huge issue.
Right.
You know, and for sure it was.
3 more years, huh?
3 more years. He's right there. He actually motivated. When I saw that, it motivated me. I'm like, I got to go to work. I mean, ain't no, he coming in the league cooking. I was not like that at 15.
How old were you at that time?
I'm 5 years older than LeBron.
Okay.
So I was 20.
Okay.
20 and maybe going on 21.
Yeah.
He was 15. He was
He was
watching
15. So you knew right away. Yeah.
He could have won pro right then, honestly.
Yeah. Really?
100%.
He could have went pro right then. 100% at 15. Music by P. What did you want to talk about? Ron Artest says that LeBron James could have went pro at 15. This is what you wanted us to talk about? Hey, Virgil Lee. I didn't want to talk about this. It was another LeBron James hater like you that said talk about this. He wanted the people to be informed on how good LeBron James was at 15. I didn't say this. This was not my argument. I didn't have this on the agenda to talk about today. He said that I needed to talk about it. Look, man, Kobe shut down LeBron in the All-Star game. Now it's the All-Star game. Well, knowledge. Well, what about LeBron James's 16-6 regular season record versus Kobe, where LeBron James essentially shut down Kobe in those games? So should I talk about a fake All-Star game, or should I talk about games that actually count, like regular season games? Which one? I just want to know which one. You want me to talk about a glorified pickup game, or do you want me to talk about games that actually matter, 16-6? Which one you want me to talk about? Okay. I'm sorry. I mean, I just don't know. Which one you want me to talk about? Because I can't just talk about the All-Star game and act like the 16-6 don't matter. And the head-to-head numbers don't matter. What do you want me to do? Do you really want to talk about that? So what Ron Artest said what he said. Don't get mad at me. Ron Artest had been said this. Y'all get mad just because LeBron James said, yeah, it did happen. Music by P, this is not a GOAT conversation. I have Jordan as the GOAT. Why are you crying about MJ right now? We're talking about Bronny James, Quincy Olivari, and LeBron James. This is not an MJ conversation. This is not a GOAT conversation. This is not a ranking debate. All Gravy says, Lamont, is this a legal firm for, I don't know, it's not. But what we do like to do is we like to call out clowns that are very inconsistent. What I do like to do is I like to call out YouTubers who literally wait in hiding until the Lakers lose the game before they go live again. We also had another comment right here. We had a comment by Mike. Mike says, Lamont, why are you so happy about what he's doing in the G League? You never talk about any other G League player. Yes, I do. When I had Adonis Arms on the show, y'all remember Adonis Arms? When I had him on the show, I had him on this podcast for an interview, right? Adonis Arms, remember in that first Summer League game when Bronny James got absolutely barbecued? That was my homie Adonis Arms. We talked about him in this show. We talk about him. We had him on the show. We interviewed him. We've had other G League players on this show, and we've talked to them, and we've interviewed them. Adonis Arms stands out in particular because he got the first opportunity to go at Bronny James in that first summer league game, and he went ballistic. A guy that's from here in Arizona, a guy that's been through the trenches just to grind to get to the D1 level. Started at Mesa Community College, worked his way up to the D2 level, gets to the D1 level at Winthrop, then gets the opportunity to play on the big level at Texas Tech, shows out, right? Gets drafted by the Denver Nuggets, right? Has to go through their G League affiliate system, right? Gets waived, and now he's grinding his way, trying to find a way in the NBA. So when we do talk about other G League players, y'all don't care, Mike. When I did the interview with Adonis Arms, y'all didn't care to watch. When we had players like Corey Kispert on the show, y'all didn't care to watch. When we brought the young homie on that cooked Bobby Portis in the viral clip, y'all didn't care to watch. So don't cry now because we talking about Bronny James. Mike, stop crying. That's all you know. You're crying. Because when we show these other players love, y'all don't truly care. Y'all don't really follow basketball like that. Y'all thirsty. Y'all thirst trapping like groupies for the next LeBron James hate content. Y'all like groupies for that type of content. If the Lakers lose tonight, do you know how many, all the LeBron James hate channels will be live at the same time talking about how LeBron is bad for the NBA? It's crazy. It's crazy. Now it's just Chael Sonnen said Bronny heart attack was caused by EPO. Chael Sonnen said that. The knowledge, what you need to do, knowledge, is you need to start a YouTube channel and you need to report on it. And you need to report on its factual validity. The reason why nobody no longer picks up any Chael Sonnen stories is because he's a known liar. All he's going to do is he's going to get one of these networks sued so nobody touches him. It's why he's been disgraced from the UFC. It's why he's been disgraced from ESPN. And it's why no mainstream platform will touch him in a real interview, because he lies too much. Did you say that Chael Sonnen was credible when he claimed that LeBron James sexually assaulted his wife? When he claimed that LeBron James walked up to his wife and said something about her being happy to see him because he was alluding to her nipples being hard or something? What do you want us to do with Chael Sonnen? A liar. Chael Sonnen said he saw LeBron James in the airport, walked past a little kid who was asking for an autograph in a wheelchair. What do you want us to do with this stuff? Y'all wild, man. I don't know what y'all be wanting me to do with this. We've already done multiple live streams on Chael Sonnen. Show a photo of LeBron in 2011. No. All right. If Serge, if he has a TV job, then I need you to go start a YouTube channel, and I want you to go talk about how credible he is. He's a liar. He's disgraced from his own sport. And if you guys have listened to anything that I've said, I've played sports. I know athletes. Athletes are always looking for the next best cutting edge product. Do I believe that LeBron James is on steroids? No. Do I believe he's on some type of human growth hormone? Probably. Steroids do nothing for basketball players. And there's a big difference between steroids and then performance enhancers. Ton of NBA players and there's a ton of things that are considered performance enhancers that are banned. I mean, there's over-the-counter products that you can go buy at Walmart that are banned by the NBA that are considered performance enhancers. Is LeBron James taking something to sustain his longevity? Yes, probably. He's not just doing this on his own. He's 40 years old. Do I care? No. Why do I not care? Because everybody in the league is doing something. And that's what evens the playing field. Just like I didn't care when Barry Bonds, when they said he was using steroids. I don't care because everybody else was doing it. Every pitcher was doing it. If every pitcher's on steroids, what are you going to do as a batter? Get your ass on steroids. I don't care. It's an even playing field out here. I'm not dumb to it. But I know there's a humongous difference between steroids and performance enhancing drugs. You're not going to find steroids in Walmart. You will find products on the banned substance list in Walmart that are considered performance enhancers. Some things like ephedrine. Ephedrine is on the banned list. All ephedrine does is give you energy. But it's on the banned substance list. You can buy products. Well, ephedrine it's been banned more recently by the government, so you can't really get it over the counter anymore. But you used to be able to just go to Walmart and buy products with ephedrine in it. Shit was strong as hell. You have to be crazy to consistently take it. I mean, but Jesus Christ, man, like we're not dumb. We know that he's obviously there's some supplement he's taking to keep him afloat. It could be a legitimate supplement that's not on the banned substance list. It could be something that is banned. I don't know. The one thing I do know is not a steroid. I do know that for a fact. Steroids do nothing for basketball players. No basketball player wants to get heavier. They want to get leaner. They want to get faster. Lean muscle mass. You act like he's on cycles of 5 different steroids, man. All gravy. Look, y'all. Every athlete is taking some type of supplement, whether it's on the banned substance list or not. There's some you got some athletes that go the herbal route, but there are even some herbs. Even if you go the all natural route, there are even some herbs that are on the banned substance list. Right? Because there are herbs out there that boost your testosterone. Like, come on, man. I mean, there are certain water pills and diuretics that are on the banned substance list. Like when John Collins got popped for performance enhancing drugs, he didn't have steroids or nothing in his system. He had diuretics in his system, water pills. Because he's probably at that time trying to flush weed out of his system so he can pass a drug test. John Collins doesn't look like he's on steroids. And look, Retro, if he gets caught, if he's taking something that's on the banned substance list, we'll address it if that happens. Until that happens, I can only assume that whatever he's taken is not on the banned substance list because in 20 years, he has not had a dirty drug test. Like, do you guys know how hard it is to evade a drug test for 20 years when you're getting tested 6 times a year? He hasn't shied away from participating in the Olympics. They drug test as well, even more stringently. He's always welcome to Olympics. What do y'all want me to do with all of these negative drug tests? He ain't popped dirty yet. Y'all be getting mad at me because I'm not reporting on something that ain't happened yet. What do you want me to do? I'll report on it when it happens. We'll talk about it when it happens. Until then, he's clean. It's fake news until it happens. But you see, this is y'all thirst for something negative on LeBron, that y'all would be willing to report on something that's imaginary. You're praying to the sports gods when you go to bed at night. Can you please make sure LeBron James pops dirty in the next 6 months so we can have something to listen to on YouTube? Like, what are y'all talking about? Knowledge. See, bro, look how stupid you are. Savannah was not under investigation. Do you really want me to pull up the report? It said in the report that Savannah was not under investigation. What are you talking about? We pulled up the whole federal document in the federal summary on this channel. Thank you, Justice Smith. Thank you. Thank you. They have banned entire countries. Do you think they would give a damn if LeBron James was dirty? They would ban his ass and wouldn't even think twice about it. The Olympics, they so ruthless with their testing. They banned the actual real woman. There was a woman track runner in Nigeria. She just had naturally high testosterone. She got banned because her body just naturally produces more testosterone than other women. She got banned for being a woman. The Olympics don't care. But y'all expect us to believe that there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people working all in unison to make sure all of these drug tests that come back positive don't get out to the world. Y'all expect us to believe when the Drug Enforcement Administration come out and tell the world we didn't find nothing, we didn't find no connections with LeBron James and performance enhancing drugs or steroids. Y'all want us to believe that, oh, they lying. There's a whole big conspiracy with the DEA. They just can't allow LeBron James to go down. They have to protect them. Everybody getting paid by, like, Clutch ain't gonna have no money left. Clutch paying too many people. They paying the DEA. Remember, in that DEA investigation, there was 135 agents. So Clutch had to pay 135 agents. Clutch has to pay all the NBA drug testers. They had to pay all the Olympic Committee drug testers. They had to pay all the secretaries and clerks and the people who collected all the stuff. They had to pay off the doctors that actually scan and do the test, right? Like, so it's literally hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people on this so-called Clutch payroll. What are y'all talking about? It's craziness, man. This is where you hear Bron didn't get tested. You cannot participate in the Olympics. You know where you heard that, dirty dude? Because you have stupid people like Sports T who pretend to know the game that will literally sit on a podcast and say LeBron James went to the Olympics without getting tested. He evaded the Olympic drug testing. It is mandatory that every athlete that participates in the Olympics is drug tested. You don't step onto anything that has to do with the Olympics unless you've been drug tested. If you have a speck of weed in your system, you're not going. Let alone performance enhancing drugs or steroids. Come on, man. What are y'all talking about? How stupid are y'all? Like, all these rules just be getting bent for LeBron James. And the only people that know about it are you guys. I mean, if you guys got bona fide evidence, like if you guys got verified evidence that LeBron James is doing something, then you need to go sell that story to TMZ. Because if you have legit evidence that LeBron James is doing steroids, TMZ will make you a millionaire tomorrow. Don't come running to me with the news. Don't come typing in my chat with your Chael Son and stuff. Chael Sonnen is a liar. He has no credibility. I'm not doing any significant reporting on anything that he says because he's a liar. You say he's a bot. There ain't nobody bots here. These are people that have been here for a long time. They just idiots. It's just Balco founder Victor Conte exposes LeBron. No, all Victor Conte said was the same thing that I just said. And knowledge, you don't have to spam it. Do I believe that LeBron James has taken some type of supplement to pair with his workout regimen? Yes. Is it something that's on the banned substance list? More than likely, it's something that's not on the banned substance list because he's went 20 years being clean. And when you have the money and resources that LeBron James does, it would not surprise me that he has some type of supplement that he can pair with his workout regimen that's not on the banned substance list. He says maybe LeBron is taking deer antler spray. Deer antler spray is not a steroid. Negative thoughts. Deer antler spray is something that people take to mask the use of steroids. It's a masking agent. So when you have deer antler spray in your bloodstream, it's safe to assume that you've been taking steroids because deer antler spray was commonly used to mask steroid use. But now deer antler spray is on the list of banned substances, just like some diuretics are. See, on the banned substance list is not all performance-enhancing drugs. Deer antler spray is something that you can use to hide the use of certain types of steroids, which is why that is now also banned. So LeBron hasn't even been using deer antler spray because he's probably not using any form of steroid to mask. I keep telling y'all. Like, I mean, I can go to my cabinet right now. Like, I don't even hoop to the same level that LeBron James hoops, but I still take things to this day. Right? I got a bottle. And this is one of my favorite supplements that I like to use to work out now. It's called Candy Gains. Right? And it's more so all natural, bioperine in it. But that's what I take. I mean, it's one of the ways I think I lost like 37 pounds over the summer taking Candy Gains when I was looking to get back in shape. He says, whatever supplement LeBron uses, would make him the richest in the world if he released it? Well, no, it's not. I mean, it's probably something that everybody's privy to already. It's just that there are certain things you're only privy to it if you have the money. So that's the big thing with some of these supplements. You know, I mean, not a lot of these substances you can just go buy over the counter. No, it's not. No, Serge, this is just about common sense. EPO blood doping. I don't think you know what EPO blood doping is. All right. I think you guys read stuff because the only time knowledge you found the term EPO blood doping, you got it from Victor Conte. There's no way LeBron's blood doping right now, right? Especially when the DEA drug tested him. So according to it's like if you guys read the DEA report, look, you know LeBron James offered himself up. I'll do a blood test. I mean, if you need some additional verification. And not only a blood test, LeBron James said, "Well, look, we'll go a step further. We can do a cellular level blood test." He says you can check everything. That was in the report. Salute to Foxy Brown in the chat. After a certain age, everyone uses some sort of supplements. Thank you, Foxy Brown. Thank you. Knowledge, I'm not blocking you. What do you mean? Nobody's blocking you, Knowledge. It's probably one of the mods because you keep spamming. We got Black Connection says a lot of YouTubers praying for the Lakers to lose so they can make a video and get paid. And that's the saddest part about it, Connection. Like, I don't know when the Lakers play again, but it's like almost like clockwork. Right? If the Lakers would have lost to the Celtics, video, live stream up, Lakers choke. Lakers would have lost to the Warrior, video, live stream. LeBron James bad for the NBA. I've never heard so many people make these claims and assertions that LeBron is so bad for the NBA. I just really want somebody to have a legitimate explanation as to why. How is one man so bad for the NBA? And why are you guys so hyper-focused on one man? And Serge, all I ask is that, look, you can have your feelings, but it would be nice if you actually hit the link, man, and pull it up to the panel. It's like pulling teeth just to get you guys on the panel to talk. Now LeBron James owned a steroid clinic that got shut down. Knowledge. I mean, are you dumb? Like, do you believe anything? Like, do you have any brain cells whatsoever? Like, y'all be thinking we just dumb. You like, not knowledge. You really think I haven't sat down into the good or to the bad, done extensive research on this? I've already conceded knowledge that I believe that LeBron James has taken some type of supplement that he pairs with his workout regimen. I just believe it's safe for me to assume that whatever he's taken, it's not on the banned substance list because he hasn't popped dirty for anything in 20 years. Like I pulled up a calculation for LeBron James to pass 6 drug tests, including Olympic drug tests, over the course of 20 years. It's like a 0.0000.9% chance of passing all of those drug tests over 20 years. When you talk about certain types of drugs that stay in your bloodstream for 2 to 6 weeks, you can only evade drug tests for so long before you get caught. People say things. No, people don't say no, Mr. Winters. People don't say things to get me to react. These, Mr. Winters, me and you both know, Carcino does all the videos he does on his own volition. Do you really think Carcino's sitting somewhere saying, I'm going to say this because I want FYF Sports to react? No, Carcino just says dumb stuff. Do you think Man Down Sports is sitting back saying, well, I'm going to say this so FYF Sports reacts to me? No, he just makes dumb content. And he follows dumb talking points. Do you think Sports T is sitting back saying, I'm going to say this so FYF Sport? No, they just are dumb and they don't understand basketball. Athletics, athletes, none of it. They're just dumb. I mean, just say it. All I'm doing is I'm following the trail of stupidity. Bronny James is doing bad. He's the worst player in the league. Bronny James does better. They shut the hell up and don't say a word. Quincy Olivari don't have a spot on the Lakers. LeBron James is stopping Olivari from the opportunity. The Lakers keep Olivari, then they silent. Olivari's waived. Well, LeBron James got Olivari waived. They didn't want him anyway. The Lakers re-sign him for even more money. Then they silent. It's not my fault that all of these stories are just turning into straight duds. It's not my fault Bronny James got better and started dropping 30 pounds. It's not my fault that Bronny James went and boomed on somebody to showcase his athleticism. Ain't my fault he did all this. And it's not my fault that whenever Bronny James plays well and all this stuff, they don't go live. It's not my fault that the only time that they choose to go live is when the Lakers lose a game. Thank you. Hey, face of the league. That's what they do is the reason why they here, I'm gonna tell you why, is because they type LeBron's name so much in their YouTube chat that any video related to LeBron James pops up in the algorithm. They like little piranhas that will flock to your channel in droves. All you got to do is put LeBron James in the title, in the description. Just put enough in the title and description to make them flock to you in droves. I mean, you would think by the way they talk about LeBron James that you just would stop watching LeBron James. You would move on to another player. You would potentially move on to another sport because a lot of them say that the NBA is so bad to watch. They are literally addicted to LeBron James. They addicted to him. So we can sprinkle some breadcrumbs in the water. What they like little bluegill. They just flooded straight to the little, they just following it. And I don't shy away. Like, I don't just come on this channel and talk. I know that Man Down Sports will never come over here. So I've went over to his channel. They won't let me on the show. I'll call in. They won't let me on. They block me. I mean, there's only one person that actually lets me on the panel consistently. That's TicketTV. And that's why I got a lot of respect for Ticket. Because at least he'll let me come up and cook. Showtime? Nope. Look, Rated R Sport got wiped off the map. He didn't hate it on LeBron James so much, his whole channel got shut down. Mookie's whole channel got taken off the planet. Let me guess. That was Clutch Sports took Mookie down. Let me guess. Mookie Jones' whole channel wiped off the face of the planet. Skap's not looking for me knowledge because Skap can find me. Because like I told Skap on the show, I'm the person that has Kobe ranked outside of the top 10. I said, you shouldn't even be debating Gil. You should be debating me. It's a reason why you don't think I've tried? I'm live all the time. When I did those 2 Kobe videos, you know who didn't show up? Skap didn't show up. No, Max, Mookie's whole channel got wiped off the face of YouTube. He did some sad, solemn video talking about it was for bullying or something. I don't know what it was. But they did something stupid to get their channel blocked. And I'm going to tell you guys one thing. Getting your channel taken off YouTube is hard. I've had people come on the FYF and strip bare butt naked on the panel. I had to kick them off the show. And my channel still wasn't taken down. Do you know how hard it is for your whole channel? You know how many times your channel gets reported to get completely wiped off the face of YouTube? Because when YouTube deletes your channel, you know what they delete? They delete all of your content. There ain't no studio you can go to go get your old content and repost it. When YouTube wipes your channel out, they wipe everything. I mean, I think he's created a new channel. He's trying to restart it back up. I think he's up to like 2,000 subs. But yeah, his original channel got wiped off the face of YouTube. Salute to Mookie for having to regrind and redo it again. But when you spend so much time hating and pushing that negativity, it's hard. It's hard to stay clean. Right? You get mad, you cussing people out, y'all threatening to pull up on each other. Just toxicity. You can't talk real basketball because it's just yelling, arguing, fighting. Whole channel wiped off the face of YouTube, just like that. Boom, gone. No appeal. Can't appeal it. Get your ass up out of here. You know how hard you literally have to work hard at getting wiped off of YouTube. You have to work hard at that. You have to have a hate and ire and vitriol and a level of toxicity that's unknown. Skap be cooking and Lamont knows. What are y'all talking about Skap for? If Skap goes to Michael Jordan fans channel all the time. He's on YouTube. He sees when these channels are live. If he really wanted to have a conversation about Kobe, he could. Sometimes people are just fanned out about Kobe. I'm just honest about Kobe, and people are mad about it. I tell the truth about a lot of y'all are fake Kobe fans. I tell the truth about, I know for a fact Kobe was hated. He was not respected. He was hated. It wasn't until it was too late that people gave him his just due as a basketball player. And so you guys think that because y'all spent y'all entire career hating on Kobe, that the only way you can make up for it now is by to claim he's top 5. That's how you try to make up for it. No, I've always told the truth about Kobe, to the good or to the bad. I don't let people use his inefficiency against him because that's not fair to how he was used. But I don't have to push him up super high or push him down super low. I keep him where he belongs. And I understand that as the game progresses, people will start passing Kobe. And as time starts to proceed, Kobe's just going to slowly start dropping lower and lower. There will, like, for example, players like Nikola Jokic. If Nikola Jokic continues his career at this rate, he will be past Kobe. If Nikola Jokic continues if he has even right now, he probably has a arguable resume. He probably has still a little bit more work to do to pass Kobe, but the 3 MVPs is a ton. But there's a lot of players like Giannis and Nikola Jokic who, when it's all said and done, they're going to have very legitimate cases to be over Kobe. They're still playing. I understand that players get passed up, and I do understand that even LeBron James, no matter where you have him, a day is going to come where he gets passed up. And you know what you just have to do? You're going to have to be honest, and you're going to have to say, okay, LeBron is no longer your time. You got to drop now. And I think Victor Wembanyama can potentially be that guy for a lot of people. I think he's going to pass up a lot of people. And it's going to come to a day, especially if he stays healthy, where we're going to have to say, damn, Victor, you got it. It's you. And that's just being honest. Like, y'all want to keep these old, washed up, old players at the top when they don't belong at the top no more. It is what it is, y'all, man. Mr. Winters, everybody knows who you are because Carcino for Life exposed you in his DMs like a little fangirl. Mr. Winters, you think people just know you? No, people know you. You need to get mad at Carcino. He's the one that showed his DMs, and he's the one that showed you be in the DMs, sweating them and bugging them and sending them fake stories from butt crack on Twitter. Don't get mad at us. He the one put you out on blast. How you gonna get mad at us for people knowing you? People don't. Yeah, it been Grape Tea News in Carcino DM sending them news reports from Butt Crack Sports on Twitter, and he gonna get mad at people for knowing them. Yeah, Mr. Winters, it was you. The same profile pic, same you. Yeah, it was you. You know how I know? Because you be in my DM. I don't be messaging you, Mr. Winters. I saw the profile. I said, yeah, that's Mr. Winters. You need to get mad at Carcino. He the one put you out there. He said, Sports Talk says, it took 2 decades for time to produce a guy to surpass Jordan and LeBron James. It will take, yeah, of course it's going to take a long time. It takes greats. When you talk about the greats of the greats, yeah, it's going to be a minute. But in this day and age, that process has gotten streamlined, right? It's more talent. It's more players that's getting the opportunity to shine. Hey, negative. Y'all think I'm lying. Just go look at Carcino's stream. He the one that did it. The one thing that y'all haven't seen Mr. Winters say, you haven't seen him say in the chat that I'm lying. Now, Mr. Winters, tell me that I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying, Mr. Winters. If I was lying, he'd have been said it. I'm gonna drop this link. Carcino make good content. Carcino is a content creator. Does he make good content? I mean, I guess it's in the eye of the beholder. In the eye of the beholder. To each his own. Is he entertaining? Yes. When he can have a stream for 5 hours and he can really convince people that the NBA has magnetic rims, Carcino, you definitely entertaining. If people really believe that, if you can hold that down and you can actually get people to engage you in that conversation, that the ball has a magnet in it and the rim has a magnet in it, and the NBA has a switch where they know how to turn all the magnets on to make the shots go in for LeBron James, you got it, Carcino. If you can get people to believe that. Make sure y'all hit that cash up to support. I'm about to drop this link, bring a few people up here. I'm not going to be live much longer, but I do want to get y'all thoughts on some of the stuff we talked about today. Definitely do. Face of the league. Y'all think I'm joking. Magnet rims. He also has a conspiracy that the league gives the Lakers too many free throws. I mean, y'all, this is how you know a lot of these guys did not actually play basketball. Judah says, I believe the magnet rims. That means you failed every basic science class that you took as a little kid. That's if you believe that means you did not pass 6th grade science. You know, in the science class, when you start playing with the magnets and you start understanding the way the magnets work, and one side of the magnets pull together and the other ones don't. Now, and I want to ask you, Judah, what would stop the ball from just sticking to the rim? What magnet do you know has a gravitational pull that can pull a ball through a hoop? Because generally, if there's magnets in the rim, that would actually make you brick shots more than make shots. Because if there's a magnet in the rim, which is metal, and there's a magnet in the ball, that would pull the ball to the rim. When you're shooting a shot, you don't want the shot to hit the rim. You want the shot to go through the basket. So is there a new magnet underneath the net that when you shoot the ball, there's magnets also in the rafters to align your shot to make it go through the hoop, and a magnet underneath the hardwood that pulls it right through the hoop as well? Judah, and I don't know, Judah, I know you're smarter than that. But y'all, come on, man. Are y'all for real? Jesus Christ. Magnets in the ball. He says, hey, listen, I do research and there's many reports and articles that back it up. No, there's not, Judah. There are no reports and there are no articles that suggest that. You know how I know this, Judah? Because the whole engineering, like, so over at Purdue University, right? Probably one of the top engineering schools in the world. They did a whole live in front of a live audience. They tested this theory. It's recorded on YouTube. It won't work. It's impossible. You cannot use magnets to pull a basketball that's going through the air, right? What changes the effectiveness of the magnet? What changes the effectiveness of the magnet, Judah, is that every player shoots the ball at different angles and different velocities. Some players shoot more flat at a lower velocity. Some players shoot the ball higher at a different velocity. You cannot, like, magnets are not like Magneto on X-Men. You cannot aim your magnetic pull anywhere in the sky and pull some that's just not how magnetism works. But because y'all watch Magneto and the X-Men and y'all think there's no report that does this. There's no report. There's no legitimate report. What are y'all talking about? There's too many different types of forces. You got wind forces. You got the velocity forces. You got to calculate gravity into it, right? You're going to have some new special type of magnet laser beam that don't exist. You're going to have the correct appropriate magnet in the basketball without affecting the weight of the basketball. What are you talking about, man? People can make a video on YouTube and convince y'all of anything. I'm not entertaining it. I'm just like really trying to break it down. Like if I break it down to the most basic level without getting too scientific, maybe you could just understand it at just a fundamental level of how stupid it is to even follow that narrative. Thank you, H-Town Black. Magnets would be the worst way to do it. And then, I mean, there's so many elements that just, it's crazy. Your research, yes, it is, Judah. Your research is not anything that's credible. All you got to do is open up a 6th grade science book. That's all the research you need to do. Just 6th grade science. The NBA just has magnet technology that the world is not privy to. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tyson. They gonna buy anything. Hitman X, salute to Hitman X. Is the Cash App. Now here's the Cash App right here, Hitman X. My original Cash App got hacked. I had to shut it down. I keep forgetting to create a new one, but I'm gonna create a new one. But I also have my PayPal up and running too. So if you want to support via PayPal, you can do Cash App or PayPal. We got a couple Cash Apps in here. Salute to Eastgate 613. Salute, man. One of the OGs of the channel, man. Always supporting. And salute to Hitman X. Hitman X is just, man, y'all talk about one of the staples, man. I wish that's one content creator that I wish would still be doing content. Because Hitman X he had one of a kind content because he knew how, especially with Ticket, he used to know how to get up under Ticket skin, man. Why with that Phoenix Sun content. And that was always some good times, man. I wish Hitman X, you got to get back to doing content, man. Because it was only a matter of time before you started growing. Just tweak up a tinge more dedication towards the channel, because I knew you had a lot. I know you took your work first, and you had your kids, you had family, you had work, and then obviously YouTube. I don't think you understood how close you was, though. No, Hitman X, what I'm saying is you don't go live no more. What I'm saying is, like, it was you and LVZ are the very same. Like, y'all just, like, I think LVZ knows, but I just don't think y'all understand how y'all naturally were just good at it. Like, some people start YouTube channels and don't really know how to talk or engage or hit, like, and you knew your niche. Like, Hitman, I could tell that you knew that you wasn't the type of YouTuber to get on for 4 hours like I be doing sometime. You would get on the topic, get out. You'll get on the topic, you get up out of there. And that was your niche. Same with LVZ. He'll get on the topic, he done with it. Yeah, LVZ used to clown him. And Mr. Winters, why are you always talking about the rainbow community? Come on, man. You gotta give a shout out to Bezo, the prophet, man. And you know what? A lot of you guys, man, like in one of the reasons why I want to give a shout out to some of y'all is because some of y'all, even when I'm not going live, y'all will be watching an old video. Y'all will send something through the Cash App just for watching an old video to support. So especially and Bezo the Prophet and Hitman, they both do that a lot. So let me give a big time shout out. He says, for a great show today, Lamont. Salute to Bezo the Prophet, man. Again, one of the OGs of the channel and one of the biggest supporters of FYF Sports, man. He's always coming through, showing a ton of support for the channel as well, man. And I know some of these streams, I know a lot of y'all be at work because I see the comments when the show is over with. And a lot of you guys say, look, I'm at work. Helps me get through the stream, like when I did that last Jordan stream. So I get it, man. Because I remember when I was working in a factory. I remember working in a factory, man, and it was a factory policy. We couldn't even have headphones. So what I ended up doing was if you go to Amazon, and this is for some of y'all that might work at some of them factories, I'm going to give y'all the plug. If you go to Amazon, they got beanie caps. They got beanie caps with the Bluetooth built into the sides of the beanie cap. You just throw your beanie cap on and you rocking out. You know, now there's some low quality ones where the volume don't go up high enough, but if you get a good quality one, that volume gonna go up. So you got to get you the beanie cap. Throw that on, especially now that it's wintertime. They can't say nothing about you wearing a beanie cap at work. Just throw the beanie cap on, you rocking out the whole time. That's how you make your day go fast. That's when your day is long, when you're not listening to something, you're not doing something to take your mind off the time. We got Cobwebs. Rodman 5-1 in the finals. I'm not sure what that means. North Sea Fellow said at work right now. Yeah, North Sea Fellow, you're gonna have to get you some of them beanie caps, man. A lot of these jobs, because when you're driving forklifts and stuff like that, they don't be wanting you to have like earbuds and stuff on. They want you to be able to hear horns, all this stuff, man. This is against company policy. Kobe got walked down 3-1. Jordan swept twice. Yeah. Everybody loses, though. You realize this, man. It really wasn't until LeBron James kind of entered the fray in these conversations where people started going down this little diatribe of your losses. Everybody loses. Most players lose more than they win. If you're talking about championships, I mean, there's not too many players in NBA history that have won more than they've lost. If the goal is championships, most players lose more than they win. Kobe, if the goal is championships, Kobe lost more than he won. And some of those losses are going to be some ugly, nasty losses where you don't live or play up to expectation. You can't play well all the time. The shot don't always fall. We don't judge players based on the failures. We judge the players based on the things that they did well and the times when the ball went through the basket. It wasn't until this LeBron narrative came around that all of a sudden we start judging people. Oh, I can't rank you here because you lost here. It don't make no sense. We've never done that. Like, if that's the case, then players like Jerry West, he won't rank nowhere. 1-8 in the finals. Come on, man. White, he says, Scotty, is that the sound the locker room uses? Who's Scotty? What? Mr. Winters, what? What? I don't know, Mr. Winters, man. Lord of the Fifth says, stop ducking Skap. All right, I guess, man. What do you mean ducking? Skap don't go live. If you tell Skap to go live, I'll pull up. How about that? Tell him to go live. I'm live all the time. He's never here. I could do a live stream calling Skap out. He won't be there. I don't know what y'all want me to do. I go to people's channels. I pull up. I'm the only one that really does it on a consistent basis. I open my link up for all the same people that I criticize to pull up. Nobody pulls up. Stop it, man. Hold on. Is Locker Room still using that sound from Judah? The 96 Sonic sound? You would have think by now he has some new sounds by now. Locker Room gonna have to level up that soundboard, man. He's gonna have to come up with some new sounds, man. That's kind of old now. It was funny. It ain't. It's kind of. I mean, it was, but I didn't think Judah would sound like that. Judah sounded crazy on that, but it's kind of old now. We got Ghost 2000. He said you could tell Miss Winters is the type of dude that carry a bag of. Oh my God, y'all wild. Oh, dirty dude, you a fact, man. They definitely living in denial. Oh, hold on, my bad. I forgot to put this in the chat. Let me put this in the chat. We're gonna go. What's y'all thoughts on Quincy Olivari? What's y'all thoughts on Bronny James and LeBron James? When do you think the LeBron James hate content creators are gonna come out the shadows? When are they next gonna come out the shadows? Do y'all predict this is gonna be the next Laker loss? The next time LeBron James plays bad? The next time Quincy Olivari plays good? Or the next time another fake story comes out on LeBron? When do y'all think the LeBron James haters are going to come out the woodworks? Because right now, the Lakers are kind of playing a little bit better. Not the perfect roster. But I believe that there is another narrative that they're trying to come out with. So this is my thought, because I saw Chris Broussard. Because, like sometimes, like Chris Broussard, and I love Chris Broussard throughout the duration of his career. But Chris Broussard, y'all, is running out of content. And so now there's this new thing that I've been starting to see. And I'm thinking that over the next week or so, there's going to be a lot more people trying to run with this narrative. And this new narrative is LeBron James is asking the Lakers for more help. Now, I saw Chris Broussard, and I've even seen Stephen A. saying this over the last week or so. And the first thing I asked myself is, when did LeBron James ask for more help? I didn't hear LeBron ask for more help. All I heard LeBron say was, we just, with this team we don't have much room for error. So we always got to come out and play good. I like that. I don't mind that. And it don't sound like it's asking for help. But Chris Broussard is running around saying, I'm tired of hearing LeBron James ask for more help. And I'm like, when did LeBron ask for more help? Like, where y'all getting these reports from? And it's almost like they trying to make up stuff now. I mean, it sounds good in theory just to say, LeBron, you and AD together, y'all should need more help. Okay, in Lord of the Fifth, if LeBron's been begging for more help, show me the video or quote from this year, 24-25, where LeBron James publicly came out and said the Lakers need more. I haven't heard him say that. I just want to know. Hold on, y'all. We got Mr. Winters up here. Let's see what he has to say, man. What's good, Mr. Winters?
What's going on? Can you hear me?
What up, man? What you got for us, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. What's good?
Oh, you hear me? All right. Yo, what's your question? You got a question?
No, I mean, you heard the topic, man. What you got on the topic, man?
Well, I mean, Bronny is where we said he belonged in the G League. No one said he was. People said he was playing bad, and yeah, they slipped a bum word in there because that's how you describe a player that's playing bad. But you just creating fake drama because we didn't bow down and say what LeBron wanted us to say, which is your job here on YouTube, is to tell everybody how to talk about the James family. And who are you to tell people how to report on them and how not to report on them?
Who said he belongs in the G League? Like, what person out of the people that I mentioned said he's good enough to play in the G League? Who?
All of them. They said that's where he should have started his career.
But that's where he started his career.
That's not. No, he started his career on the Lakers.
Yeah, but he had to. No, hold on.
Okay.
The G League don't start. Hold on, but the G League don't start till mid-November. Where else was he going to start? Everybody knew he was going to be a G League player this year, but you can't start in the G League if the G League don't start till the end of November.
Okay, so being that he was on the Lakers and his father said he was better than half the guys and he got pushback for it. And when he did play in the NBA, he didn't play well. When he actually played on the Lakers, he didn't play well. And he's now thriving in the G League. That's what people who have been saying about Bronny all along.
Who? Hold on. Mr. Winters, your mic is going in. I mean, your mic is, it sounds like you in underwater a little bit, man. Something going on.
Hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's way better.
All right. Yeah, I had my earpiece in, but yeah, that's what people were saying. Carcino, Kwame, everybody you named said that he should have been in the G League because they're directly responding to what LeBron said.
No, hold on. I'm only saying you this. I know we all know that they haven't said that, but the problem is he's only been playing in the G League. If they're coming out saying he belonged in the G League, and the only place he's played is in the G League, then, for example, the only thing that Carcino has been saying is 4 weeks ago, when Bronny James actually has been playing much better basketball, he did a video saying, "Is Bronny James on the juice now?" So when Carcino sees Bronny playing better, Carcino just does a video saying that now Bronny's on steroids or PEDs because he's playing better. So he can't even really accept Bronny being better because he's now saying that Bronny's on the juice. 10 days ago,
is he saying that he's on the juice, or is it reported that someone has said that he's on the juice?
That's what he reported. He says,
okay, well, I mean,
that's what he reported. Hold on.
He's not the first person to report that.
Hold on 1 second. He is the first person to claim that Bronny James is on juice, and because it's fake news. But hold on, here's another video for Carcino. Like I said
he's not the first one though.
Hold on.
I heard it before he said it, so he's not the first one.
Hold on 1 second, Mr. Winters. Carcino does a video, says Lakers cut Quincy Olivari for Bronny James to stay. That statement in and of itself is just factually false, right? They don't.
Did they not cut Quincy Olivari?
Hold on. I'm trying to explain it to you. Cutting Quincy Olivari as a two-way player has nothing to do with Bronny James. Has absolutely nothing to do with Bronny James staying or going. Has nothing to do with Quincy Olivari staying or going. As we can clearly see, this was a strategic move, not only to pay Quincy Olivari more money, which you should be applauding the Lakers for because he's been playing better. He earned more money. They doubled his salary, and they gave him a contract that allows him more flexibility to move on to a team under a traditional NBA contract if he chooses to do so, as opposed to being stuck under the confines of a lower salary of a two-way deal. But I didn't see a video about that. But what he talked about was he talked about the Lakers cutting Quincy Olivari. But when we saw what the Lakers were doing and how the Lakers rewarded Quincy Olivari by doubling his salary, now he's making over $500,000 a year. Instead of the $280,000 that he made as a two-way player, nobody talks about that. I mean, we can go down the list.
Okay, so just like you said.
Hold on. Carcino right here. Carcino video right here. Look, Bronny James.
The narrative.
Bronny James not good enough to be in the G League. That's what Carcino did. He did a video on that. We can keep going down.
He wasn't playing well at the time. Wasn't playing well at the time, so it's fair.
All right, man. All right.
and you just got to get over it.
Hold on. No, I'm over it. What I'm saying, I'm just calling out the hypocrisy, because if you said you're telling me that all these people have been saying all these times that he belongs in the G League, yet I can't find one video that supports that. Who said it?
Lamont, you said you're over.
No, but nobody said any of the stuff that you're claiming. I think you're making this stuff up, but you don't. You cannot find.
I'm asking you about what you're saying.
No, I'm asking you
about what you said. You said you're over it, right?
No, but what I'm saying is this, Mr. Winters. You can't come up here and say you can't come up here and try to speak for Carcino, but you can't lie and say that he's been saying things that we know he hasn't been saying.
Who's speaking for Carcino? I'm saying what he reported. I'm saying what the man reported. I'm saying what he reported.
When did he report that Bronny belongs in the G League? Where's that video at?
This is you talking. You said that. You just read it. Just saying that he wasn't. It looked like he wasn't good enough to be in the G League because he wasn't. He never a fair assessment.
So are you telling me that whenever a player plays bad, you should say they don't belong in the league?
If that's your opinion.
Okay, but where's the video? Because you came on here and said everybody said he belonged in the G League. That's what you said. You said they all said it.
Okay.
Because I said who? Hold on, Mr. Winters.
That's what I said.
Hold on, Mr. Winters. I asked you specifically. I said who? You said all of them. So we know Ticket didn't say it. He was going in. We know Man Down Sports didn't say it. All he did was talk about how trash Bronny was. We know Sports T didn't say it because she hates LeBron James, therefore just hating his kids for no reason. She don't even know why. She don't even like basketball. She don't even know how to hoop. She don't even follow the sport. She claimed, right? Who said this? Who out of the haters that I've listed said that Bronny belonged in the G League?
In the beginning, let's get back to what we originally talked about. When Yo King put that tweet out, all right?
There's nothing to do with what
and then we saw him. Okay, I'm answering your question.
Please don't.
You gotta let me finish.
Please, I'll let you finish. Hold up. Please don't tell me you're talking about the when he said that he think that Bronny is better than 30% of the league or some bullshit like that.
That's what the tweet said.
But who takes that shit serious?
That's what he said. I can't get in LeBron's head and decide whether he's serious or not. I just have to take the man at his word.
I got you, but check this out. How can we say, oh, LeBron, he's a capper, he lied a lot, but we take that shit serious when he say dumb shit like that?
Again, you are asking me to you're asking me to generally speak for people who are I don't know. What I'm saying is when you put something out there, okay, and that doesn't get backed up by what you say doesn't get backed up, people are allowed to critique it. And you have to take it because you didn't have to tweet it.
Hold on. Let's. I don't want Mr. Winters to feel like he's getting jumped. All I'm asking Mr. Winters.
No, it's good. I'm good. Hold
on, Mr. Winters. All I ask is that you stay on topic. This is not about a quote that LeBron said. I'm specifically talking about Bronny James.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Now, if you want to talk about LeBron and what he said about Bronny, that's a completely different topic. You said that all of the people that I labeled as just pure LeBron James, Bronny James haters, you said that they all said that Bronny James belonged in the G League. When did they say this? And who said it?
You have to go and look at their streams and look at, I don't know the specific videos. There's a lot of videos that came out, but during those videos, during that time, and it was it was a couple months back.
I'm gonna put it,
but they have said those things, and you said they said them.
Hold on, I did not say that. So let me just go. I'm gonna go to Man Down Sports. Hold on, Mr. Winters. Let's go to Man Down Sports, right? And we're just gonna go down his list of videos, and you know maybe he said it once throughout the duration of his YouTube career. Hold on, let me share my screen so you guys can see this with me. Okay, here we go right here. All right, okay. So and you know what? We can actually search Bronny, right? So we can filter it out. We can specifically talk about Bronny. Okay. So we'll just go here. Bronny James looks down on G League peasants. Gilbert Arenas can't stop making excuses for Bronny. Stephen A gives embarrassing take on LeBron and Bronny James. Bronny James may be the best father-son combo in sports. LeBron James giving his son an NBA job. Outkick analyst gets real disrespectful to Bronny. Bronny James is more important than the star player. Pick and George capping for Bronny. Hold on. And Mr. Somebody, hold on. Let's see if I got background noise. Yeah, Mr. Winters, you got a lot of background noise. I had to mute you. LeBron James wrote a check that Bronny James cannot cash. That's what you're talking about. Skip Bayless praises LeBron and Bronny. Bronny James goes 0-2. Bronny James destroyed the Lakers locker room. LeBron Supervan called in the cap for Bronny. Mr. Winters, you got a lot of background noise. That's why I keep muting you. The Dreamers Pro explains why LeBron set Bronny up for failure. Bronny blank man James shot 0 for everything. Bronny James' 3-point percentage will make a brick Mason jealous. Bronny James steps down off his throne to score 16 points. So even when he plays well, he's stepping down off a throne. LeBron and Bronny serve more turnovers than a downtown bakery. Where is he getting these jokes from, too? These jokes is corny and in a motherfucker.
You see what I be talking about with that man down sports?
Hold on. Let me get you going. Bronny James gets roasted by callers. The champ called in and spazzed out over Bronny. Bronny James' favoritism is going to destroy the Lakers. D-Wade refuses to give his son a handout like LeBron, but Man Down Sports is too stupid to realize that D-Wade got his own son drafted in the G League draft. Zaire Wade destroyed. Why did this? Like, I'm going to give y'all a little history lesson on Zaire Wade. Zaire Wade destroyed his path to the NBA. Why? Because when he was at Sierra Canyon, instead of getting it out the mud his junior year, they cried about Zaire Wade not getting playing time because he was playing behind a powerhouse class of seniors. So instead of coming back his senior year to lead that team with Bronny James, he leaves and goes to another school. When he goes to the other school, he gets exposed even more being a complete bum. So he even quits that school. He had a whole bunch of low major D1 offers. He doesn't take any of those. He gets no consideration for the NBA draft because he have never had any real draft stock. The only place where he had any cachet was in the G League. He gets drafted in the G League, but guess who he gets drafted to? The Salt Lake Stars, the team that D-Wade just happens to have ownership in. So there was nepotism there. D-Wade pulled strings to get his own son drafted to his own team. So you're lying on D-Wade. So that just tells you how little people like Man Down Sports even know about the game. They don't follow the game. They don't understand the game. So we're going down this list. Bronny James struggling in summer league. Where is anything that says Bronny James belongs in the G League? Because it would make no sense to say that Bronny James belongs in the G League when the only place where he's actually played is in the G League. He's not in an NBA rotation. Like, where does Mr. Winters getting this stuff from? And I can do the same thing for Carcino. Like, if I shared my screen, we would see the same nonsense on Carcino's channel. But, hey, y'all, Mr. Winters, I didn't kick Mr. Winters. He left on his own. I had to mute him only because he had a whole bunch of background noise. Sounded like, I don't know. It sounded like he was doing something. I don't know what the hell he was doing. We got Mingo Jester in here. Mingo Jester, what you got on the topic?
Man, listen, man. Y'all going through all this stuff, man. A lot of this stuff is irrelevant. I'm just going to be honest about it. A lot of this stuff is irrelevant to the fact. The fact is that LeBron James Jr. is playing better. He's playing better. Still not better than Quincy Olivari, but he's playing better. Way better than what he was. That's what I'm looking at right there. See, I was just directly comparing them two. I wasn't saying whether he should be in the G League, whether he should be starting on the Lakers or not. I was just comparing them two because them two came in almost at the same time. So that's what I was doing.
Hold on. You say Quincy Olivari is playing better than Bronny James?
He's better. No, I'm talking about as a basketball player, he's better than LeBron James.
Okay, let me ask you. Hold on.
LeBron James.
Hold on. Now, I'm gonna ask you some very good questions. Who's the better scorer, Quincy Olivari or Bronny James?
Quincy.
Okay, and that's the easiest one. Yeah, then you know what? I'm gonna give you a check mark. Ding, ding, ding. You right. Who's the better defensive player, Quincy Olivari or Bronny James?
I don't know because they ain't really. I don't know. They both not good defenders. They both not good defenders.
Bronny,
let's be honest.
Bronny clears.
Bronny is not that good of a defender. Y'all overrate Bronny as a defender. He's not that good of a defender.
Hold on. No, I didn't ask you that. I said, who's the better defender?
I just told you they're the same. They bought the same.
They're not the same. They are not the same.
Really that good of a defender.
Playmaking.
Hold on. Mingo Jester, you just said you haven't watched that much to know. But you are certainly saying
no, I didn't say that.
You just said that.
No, I did not.
You just said that.
I did not say I ain't watched that much to know. What I said was I was the games I did watch with Bronny and Olivard. They both were decent defenders. Like they ain't really that good of defenders.
Okay. Hold on.
Like they both okay.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Me and Olo both agree Bronny James clears them and it's not close defensively. So
I disagree.
And Olo. Me and you, we don't disagree on the scoring. Do we both agree that Olivari is a better scorer?
Easily, yes.
We give you that. And we go to the defensive side of the ball. I think it's easy, without question. Easy. Bronny's the way better defender. He has better defensive instincts.
Based on what?
Foot speed. Hold on. He has
the
better
film.
Because based on film, he has better foot speed, right? He has better as far as being able to recover, right, and catch up and contest shots, right? He's just better awareness defensively. He's just better altogether. Yeah. So when we go to defense, we give that check mark. Hold on. When we go to defense, we give that check mark to Bronny. Let's go to the other elements of basketball.
I don't give it to Bronny, but okay.
Okay, hold on. Okay, who's the better rebounder, Olivari or Bronny?
Like I said, a lot of their game is deep, kind of even. But I'm still giving the edge to Olivari because he's a better. He understands the game better. Seemed like to me.
No, that's not what I said. I said who rebounds. I said who rebounds the ball better.
Like I just said, Lamar, a lot of that stuff that they do is almost even. But what I'm saying is, when I'm looking at their overall game, Olivari understands the game better than Bronny does.
Hold on, Mingo. I get you. So, Mingo, why is it when I ask you a question where the answer is clearly Bronny, you start pretending and you start saying, "Oh, I don't know." But when we ask you scoring, you didn't hesitate to say Olivari
because he's clearly a better scorer. Because he's clearly a better scorer. There's no question.
Okay, but how is it not clearly better that he's a better defender?
He's not, because what has Bronny did defensively to make y'all say what y'all saying? Who have he played good defense on? Who have he really slowed down? Like, what evidence do y'all have of that? That's what I'm saying.
Did you watch the Valley Suns game where he dropped 30?
Valley Suns. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Was it the hottest player in the G League at that time was on the Valley Suns? Do you know who that player is?
No, I don't know.
Hold on. Former first-round draft pick? You sure?
No, I don't know who that dude was. I heard he was good, though.
Okay, so at the time, Ty Washington was on a tear with the Valley Suns, torching everybody. I'm talking about going ballistic. Also on that scene, there were two players that Bronny James guarded. He guarded David Stockton and he guarded Ty Washington. Ty Washington at the time was on a tear, cooking everybody. Would you be surprised if Bronny James put the clamps on him that night and outperformed him on the offensive end?
Well, the dude that did the video after that game said that they played more of a zone defense and they was playing zone defense on that dude.
No, Mingo Jester, I was at the game. They were not playing no zone defense. I was there. I was courtside. No, I was there courtside. I was there in person, right there. Like I was literally 10 feet from the court. I was right there. We were on the court at halftime. I was there, 2 eyes on the court. They didn't play. They were playing straight up man. David Stockton was getting cooked. Ty Washington was getting cooked. And Bronny was putting the clamps on Ty Washington. Olivari, hold on. Olivari didn't play. He was hurt.
Okay, he was injured. How you going? He was injured.
No, I get that he was injured. What I'm saying is, all of the Olivari fans who claim that they watch, you really haven't seen much of him defensively because he's been hurt. He rolled his ankle. He re-injured an ankle that was already hurt from a vacation that he went on last year. So he got re-injured. So the thing is, we're basing Bronny, like when we look at Bronny's intangibles, Bronny walked into the league where the only thing that he had that was ready to go was his defense. Olivari walked into the NBA. The only thing that he had ready to go was his offense. Olivari is walking bucket, but Bronny walked into NBA as a defender first. So when you go to defense, it goes to Bronny. When you go to rebounding, it goes to Bronny. When you go to shot blocking, it goes to Bronny. Right? When he goes to help defense, it goes to Bronny. When he goes to playmaker, it goes to Bronny. All these other elements of basketball clearly go to Bronny. We'll give you scoring, but every other element of the game of basketball goes to Bronny. There is nothing else. There is nothing else on the basketball court outside of scoring that Olivari does better than Bronny James. So I don't know why I don't know why you're able to just say he's just such a better player.
He's a better player in my opinion.
And what we do know is that to crack an NBA roster, your scoring as a role player is essentially meaningless because Olivari, his role in the NBA is going to be a role player. He's never going to crack an NBA roster until he starts to learn how to defend. Bronny has the opportunity to crack and be a rotational player well before Olivari because Olivari is only a scorer. He does nothing other than score.
But Lamar, how you know he's not a defender? You just said out of your mouth
because I've watched.
You never seen him defend because he's been hurt.
Hold on. First of all, I didn't say hold on. No, I did not say I never seen him defend.
No, you say you can't judge his defense because
Mingo. I'm right here. I said when they played the Valley Suns, I said he didn't play. I said you guys can't pretend as if you've been watching him because for most of the G League, he hasn't even been playing. I watched him at Xavier. I knew who he was at Xavier.
Me too. Yep.
You guys are just now getting on the bandwagon. I knew he was good at Xavier. The problem that he had at Xavier was off the court stuff, right? Similar to a ton of guys that went undrafted. It's generally the off the court stuff, especially when you're talking about offensive talent like that. He came into the league. When he came in, I saw him in summer league. I saw him not as good defensively. He wasn't as good as Bronny defensively in the summer league. He was a better offense, but you guys are so enthralled with scoring that's what makes a player better to you guys, the scoring. All the other elements of basketball mean nothing to most of you guys. But I'll give you scoring. Olivari is clearly levels above Bronny as a scorer. But when it comes to all the other aspects of the game, Bronny clears them. Unfortunately.
Yeah, funny.
I mean, it's just the truth.
Okay, I mean, that's your opinion.
Check this, Mingo Lamar. Now, when you check the box score stats, even though that doesn't really matter as much, but when you check them, they're pretty much the same: points, rebounds, assists. Only thing that Olivari clears on it is like 3-point shooting, but field goal percentage, all of that is
and the 3-point shooting. I'll put that all in the offensive bag, the scoring bag. Right? 3-point shooting, mid-range shoot. As far as scoring the basketball, no matter how you score it, I'm giving it to Olivard. I feel like he's just better at almost any level of scoring the basketball than Bronny. I think Bronny might have him in athleticism, as far as, just being a better athlete. But I think Olivard is just a better scorer at all three levels. I'll give that to Olivard. But that's easy. Like I don't have any dog in the fight. I can say that about Olivari without worrying about it being wrong or right. I just know that's right. But when he goes to defense, I can be honest about that. That's Bronny. Rebounding is Bronny, right? Playmaking, Bronny. All the other elements of the game go to Bronny.
How good of a playmaker is Bronny?
Bronny. Well, see, the thing is, what happened with Bronny, his playmaking has hurt him. So Bronny's natural inclination, and this was even said on scouting reports with him coming out of USC, is that he looks to playmake too much. Bronny's playmaking it's not passive. He has a innate ability. He wants to run the offense. He wants to play within the system so much so that sometimes it becomes a detriment. So like, if they counted hockey assists, Bronny will have a ton of them. His ability to get things organized, slow down, run the offense, he's just much better at that. He's not, and fans punish him for it because fans want to see him come down, not pass it to nobody, go ISO, go score it every time. And unfortunately, basketball don't work that way. It don't work that way. So he gets punished by fans. Coaches love him because he's willing to come down, not take dumb shots, run the offense, and take the shots that the defense gives them. Coaches love it. But at the end of the day, fans hate it because that's boring basketball to fans.
They want to see
it's not good basketball to watch. They want to see points go up. And, you know, I even talked to my team about this, and actually almost came back to Honest the other night when we played because I got them in practice. Like, you know, in practice, in Olo, I know you've hooped, and Mingo, you probably hooped. You've heard it, you know, something called time and score.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of games, you know what? You might not like it. It might be boring, but it's time for us to hold this ball. You're going to have to foul us. We're going to have to win it at the free throw line. Mm-hmm. And we were practicing last week, and the second team was actually beating my first team. And so the second team, when they got up, clock running down, they just holding the ball. And my first unit getting mad. Why y'all playing like that? You know, why y'all holding the ball? That's weak. That's weak. And I said, that's how you win games. And so funny thing is we're playing Air Force, an elite squad. I'm talking about elite than a motherfucker. We gave up a 17-point lead. These motherfuckers come back. And at the end of the game, my starting group, they revert to playing this style of play where they just want to get shots at them. I said, end the game. It's time and score. Time and score. We're holding the ball. We're going to get it from the free throw line. And we panicked a little bit and almost gave up a big lead and lost the game because we didn't understand them basic principles. At the end of games, you got to play boring basketball to win. That's just how it is. Rap Guy said, I'm quiet about Bryce. No, I've talked about Bryce, Rap Guy Reloaded. I watched Bryce in this summer. I watched him play 7 games at Section 7 here in Arizona. And my conclusion was I was very public about my opinion on Bryce. He's not an NBA player. He's not a D1 player. I've said on this channel, the fact that he got a scholarship to the University of Arizona blows my mind. But at the end of the day, I know that basketball is about politics. All college basketball has always been about politics. It ain't gonna start with Bryce James. It is not gonna end with Bryce James. It's been there. It's always been there. It's always been politics. The best players don't always get the scholarship, right? There's a lot of good players that have to go to D2, D3 route that should be D1, and it is what it is.
So Rap Guy just brought up Bryce. So you saying Bryce is not a D1 player, right?
I'm saying when I watch Bryce this summer, going into his senior year, I didn't see a D1 player. I didn't see. Well, I saw a guy that came off the bench at the end of games and played garbage time, and he still struggled in garbage time.
That's tough.
That's what I saw. And so y'all want me to come on here and lie and say he's just a great player? I'm not going to do that. Now, can he surprise me and get better? Maybe. I think the only thing that he has that's D1 right now is his defense. But his offense right now at the D1 level will be an extreme liability.
So it's just like his brother, basically.
No. Because Bronny was far superior coming out of high school. Because unlike Bronny was able to be a superior offensive player at the high school level. Bryce can't be superior offensively even at the high school level. And that to me is a huge indictment because almost every NBA player, no matter who you are, is elite offensively at the high school level. I mean, if you look at Pat Beverly, he was elite offensively at the high school level. He gets to the NBA, everybody, like even Draymond Green in high school, elite offensively. So it worries me. And it worries me that he cannot be elite offensively at the high school level. And it also worries me that you're struggling to crack the rotation at the high school level. And I think as of late where he started some games, I feel like they're kind of throwing him in the starting lineup to make it look a little bit better. But I didn't see like Arizona D1. Now, if you'd have told me he was going to Cleveland State or something D1, okay, I would have got that. But when you're telling me Arizona, the University of Arizona, high major, I didn't see that. I didn't see high major. And when you look at his team, when you look at the players on this team, those are high majors. Mm-hmm. Bryce ain't a high major guy. And that's just me being honest. Now, I could be wrong. He could ball out. He could be better. But from my assessment, I didn't see D1.
Okay, I got a question, Dean. I got a question. So all these guys complete basketball players. I'm talking about as far as like who's the better complete basketball
Hey,
player.
Mingo, can I give a shout out real quick before you start that?
Go
My
ahead.
bad. Salute to King Bertha. Another guy that salutes. He says, "For you cannot duck when the panel is open." Salute to King Bertha coming through in the Cash App. Go ahead, Mingo.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, as far as complete basketball players, these guys that I'm talking about Bryce, I'm talking about Kion, I'm talking about Gilbert Arenas' son, Elijah, I'm talking about the Boozer twins. Out of all those guys, as far as complete basketball players, who do you think the best?
Elijah's
the best? Okay.
And the reason why,
he is good.
no, but I'm gonna tell you why though, man, bro. What the reason why Elijah's scary? The reason why he's scary, man, is because he's playing at his own pace. And he is going at a pace where the game is already starting to slow down for him. And he's starting to see stuff 4 and 5 passes before it happens. And some of the moves that he's making out of these triple and double teams is just not normal what he's doing. Like what he's doing at his age, to me, is not normal reads. High school players don't generally pick up them instincts.
No.
I think he's superior to Kion because Kion Anthony, even though he's ranked as the #1 player out in New York, Elijah is different. Like if like, and I said this before, I said if Elijah doesn't blossom into an all-star at the NBA level,
it'll shock me.
That he's a bust. That's a bust because there's absolutely no way he's not at minimum an all-star. Because from what I'm seeing now with what he's doing versus no matter if it's NBA players on the court with him or high school players, he's making the game look too easy. Nobody can speed him up. He's playing at his own speed. You cannot guard him with one player. You're struggling to guard him with 2 players, and you can't contain him with 3 players at the high school level. I mean, now defensively, a whole nother question. I don't know how he's going to be able to defend at a higher level. He has the size and length to be a decent defender.
Yeah.
But he might be one of the best prospects I've seen come out in a while, and I think he's a better prospect than a Cooper Flagg.
Whoa! Wait a minute now. Hold on.
Yes.
wait! Hold on.
Yes, I'm telling you.
So you think Elijah is better than Cooper Flagg right now?
If Elijah was in the draft, and I get to choose between Elijah or Cooper Flagg, right now today, I'm taking Elijah because the potential for him to blossom into a superstar, it's going to be easier for him to mold and turn into a superstar than Cooper. Cooper right now has the makings of a really good role player. I don't see a really good role player. Wow, a really good role player. I don't see the way Cooper Flagg plays. I don't see what is called a non-pattern player in his game. Right at the NBA level, I believe he's going to be heavily reliant on people getting him the ball, as opposed to Elijah, who can get his shot whenever he wants, however he wants. I don't see Cooper scoring it that way.
But Lamont, what you just said applies to Cooper too.
Cooper's not an NBA pattern player. Cooper's a pattern player. But what I'm saying is Cooper's a pattern player. Cooper's a pattern player where I don't think he can score without the offense being built around him. I know Elijah can score, and I don't care what offense it is for him or what not for him. He's going to get his buckets. Cooper needs that Duke offense to revolve around getting him touches and getting him the ball. He can only score in certain areas. He's still struggling to operate beyond the 3-point line, right? He can only work from the mid-range right now, and he's doing that against college players. There is no mid-range in the NBA. Guys are too good defensively. That's going to be dead. You're not going to be able to cook some of these guys one-on-one in the mid-range. They're going to load up with these zones, and it's going to be over with. You got to be able to attack him beyond the 3-point line. When I look at Elijah, he has a mid-range game, which his offense right now is better than Cooper's. Right now, today. Offensively, he's still better. The only thing Cooper has over him right now today is defense, and that's because he's bigger.
So wait a minute. You saying Elijah Arenas is a better offensive player than Cooper Flagg?
Today, right now, he's a better offensive player than Cooper Flagg. Facts.
Lamont, what about playmaking between the two?
Okay.
Oh, playmaking still goes to Elijah. Cooper's not a playmaker. Yeah.
Okay.
Rebounding?
That's the first time I've ever heard somebody say
Cooper.
Cooper Flagg was good, but okay.
But with the thing about Cooper Flagg is that they're going to give him touches and they're going to revolve the offense around him because he's going to be the number 1 overall pick. So he already has a post game, mid-post game, mid-range. They're going to give him a lot of free reign once he gets to the league, and he's really, really skilled. I agree with you, though. He's not on the same level as Elijah. Elijah reminds me of just like a young Kobe in high school. He's a very unique talent, very, very different type of talent. But I wouldn't sleep on Cooper, though. Cooper definitely has all-star potential. I would be shocked if he's not an all-star. I would be shocked if he's not an all-star player.
But you just said it, though. You said Cooper can operate in the mid-range. That's the scary part. Because Cooper is going to have to be able to operate with the handle beyond the three-point line. We haven't seen him do that at Duke, right?
He did that at the USA practice before Duke.
What I'm saying is, we're talking about right now, and Cooper right now is on a 2-week break because this is odd. I've never seen this in college basketball. He said his family planned a 2-week vacation, and he left Duke. He left the Duke team to go on a 2-week vacation with his family. I've never seen that in college basketball. If Cooper was smart, he wouldn't have done that because there's going to be a ton of NBA GMs and teams that are going to be looking at that move, and it's going to be really questioning a whole bunch of stuff about how much you really want to play the game. Because when you have a star player like that, you leave your team for 2 weeks because your family planned a vacation. That's wild to me. But salute to him and his family. Maybe there's something to this vacation that we don't know about. But
I think there's guys that are better than Elijah in his class, though.
No. But it's not about being better right now. We're talking about where you can end up, what your end potential is.
Even the end potential, I think AJ could be a higher. He has AJ DeBancy. Oh yeah,
AJ DeBancy. I don't think he's better than that. No, AJ
DeBancy. He has higher. He has a higher. To me, he has a higher upside.
He's still not. He's still not to me. He doesn't have a higher offensive upside than Elijah Arenas. Everything we see with AJ DeBancy is what? Highlights,
athleticism,
dunking, athleticism.
But he got handled though. He can handle that thing. He can shoot too. He can pull up. He's very skilled.
Baseline game.
How many? Hold on. I want y'all to. If y'all watched, I have another channel called NBA Post. Right.
Mm-hmm.
On NBA Post, all I post over there are high school games, high level circuit games. I just want y'all to go over there, and I have a whole bunch of Utah Preps games. I just want you to watch AJ DeBancy in full games and not highlights. And I have them over on that channel. That's one of the reasons why I like that channel and like that they've given me the ability to put out those games. That way, instead of using highlights to get your assessment of these players, you can look at full games, because the one thing that you haven't been seeing on YouTube are full games of AJ DeBancy, and we keep getting force-fed clips. He's a hell of a player, I give you that, but I want y'all to watch full games. And I got him on NBA Post. Do you see the channel link? The channel link is going to right there. It's just popped up in the chat. NBA Post Live. Follow that channel. Go there. You can watch full games, Utah Prep, and then I want you to come back and tell me if you feel the same. Because
man,
I feel like when you watch full games, you're gonna feel a little different.
I've been saying this from the beginning, though.
And then Darren Peterson too, I think, has more upside.
I've been saying this from the beginning, though. That guy with the one arm, if he had two arms, he'll be better than all these guys.
Oh, you talking about Emmanuel Hensley?
Emmanuel, whatever his name is. If he had two arms, he'll be better than all these guys. That's just my opinion, though.
I mean, he's a hell of a player with one arm. I'll give him his credit.
Have you heard of Deron Peterson?
That name rings a bell.
Sounds familiar, but yeah, I can't remember.
Ooh, yeah. So if you're talking about offensive upside, to me, he has Darian Peterson. I think that's what his name is. He's probably the most offensive talented guard in his class. So, and I think we need to just hold on a little bit with Elijah, because he's playing low-level competition. I want to see him.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. And that's why I want y'all to watch film, because it's not about like everything that I said. Like, if you listen to what I said about Elijah, okay, against low-level competition, your numbers are going to pile up. I didn't say anything about his numbers that compiled. I don't care about his points per game at high school level. I said the one thing that amazes me right now with him is his pace and how nobody can speed him up. Whether it's one defender, two defenders, or three defenders, like a lot of teams have tried. Generally, if a team sends three people at you, it's hard for you not to get sped up or to make mistakes, especially at the high school level. And when he sees that on a night in and night out basis, and I see him consistently playing at his own speed, when I see him consistently, right, making NBA moves and NBA reads. So that's what you want to look for right now at the high school level. Does he have NBA instincts? Is he making NBA reads? Is he seeing things before they happen? Some of the angles that he's able to take, some of the moves that he make, you can tell that he's mapped a lot of this stuff out 4 and 5 seconds before it's even happened. You could just see that in his game. And at the ease at which he scores and the ease of, so it's not even about the totals or the level of comp that he's going against. And what he's also done is look at his ability to raise. He joined a high school team that was looked at as one of the worst high school teams in the state of California. Single-handedly had them in the state championship game last year. To me, that's a hell of a razor right there.
No, it's impressive, but I want to see him make those kind of reads against like Utah Prep, against like Sunrise Christian Academy, against like really real comp, because I personally feel like
he literally just played in a tournament against a lot of these top schools
like that.
So the level of competition definitely matters because you're going up against more athletic players.
Yeah, but just think, stop. They just played a whole bunch of these teams. They literally they just went on a stint where they played like 10, 15 of these teams. He just played like his last 10 games. He's been battling against teams loaded with D1 players. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick because I don't think y'all that's what I'm saying. Y'all say he's playing low level comp, but his last couple of games through these tournaments that they've been in, all they've been doing is been playing a bona fide high level comp. Hold on, Chatworth.
That's funny. I still can't believe Lamont said Elijah Arena is better than Cooper Flagg. That's wild. I just can't get over that. That is wild.
I kind of agree with that too. He's more talented offensively. I would pick him over Cooper Flagg.
He is more talented offensively than Cooper.
I wouldn't say
Cooper. How do you even guess?
Yeah, he is.
How do you question? Yeah,
he is. He is.
Cooper also struggles with his handle too.
That's what I'm saying. He doesn't have an elite handle. I just don't see how Cooper Flagg is going to operate. It's going to be harder for Cooper to be elite without being able to handle the ball and get to his shot beyond the three-point line. Right now, he needs people to create for him so he can get off in the mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah don't need nobody to create nothing for him, and I don't care where he is on the court.
Okay. But since y'all saying that about Elijah Arena, do y'all think he'll be a better? I'm talking about just off projection alone now, trajectory, going up. Do y'all think he'll be a better NBA player than his father?
He has the potential to. Yeah, he has the potential to. I mean, everything right now is potential. Right? When you look at his upside, where he can max out at, we've already seen where Gilbert maxed out at. When you look at Elijah, where he maxes out at, barring injury and no other setbacks, his superstar is he maxes out and he can be superstar. He could be a superstar in the NBA. It's hard for me to say that.
I would be surprised
Cooper Flagg maxes out as superstar. Now, can y'all say that about Cooper Flagg? Is his?
I can see him be a superstar. Yeah, for sure.
I
see it.
I don't see superstar. No way in fuck.
But if he wasn't but it's different though. If he wasn't a superstar, I wouldn't be shocked. But if Arenas wasn't a superstar, I kind of would be shocked.
I'm saying when you look at these players' ceiling, because obviously when we talking about ceiling, we're talking about the positive of each player, which is what I like talking about. I don't see superstar as Cooper Flagg's ceiling. If you're telling me that 7 years from now, you can say that Cooper Flagg could be a superstar in the NBA, that's like a top 3 player. No fucking way. Ain't no way.
I think players get better. He's young. Players always get better. They improve their skills. They come into the NBA lacking certain things and they develop over time. You know, we're just talking about Bronny James. To me, Bronny, he's taken a quantum leap from where he was in high school to where he is now. I mean, and it's common for players to always improve. LeBron James came into the league. He couldn't really shoot. His handle was kind of shaky. To now, he's elite at every aspect of the game, right? So players are known, especially these top level elite players. They are kind of known to improve in areas that they were deficient in when they came in. So I'm looking at him as that kind of player, and I think he's special, man. I don't know why you don't like Cooper Flagg.
Oh, I do like Cooper Flagg, but when we're comparing him to Elijah Arenas, what I said was, if there was an NBA draft today, and I could either draft Cooper Flagg or Elijah Arenas, I'm not thinking twice about it. I'm taking Elijah because the upside is way, way, way higher.
I agree with that. Yeah, upside
Cooper,
for sure.
There's a very visible ceiling that I can see with Cooper. There's a very visible ceiling.
You don't think he could be a top 3 player? Damn.
Hell no.
I mean, but when you get to the league, though, you still gonna have guys in the league like SGA. You're gonna have Luka. Still gonna have Tatum, Jaylen Brown. You're gonna have all these guys.
When I tell y'all right now, when
That's
a
a good
guy
point.
when a guy is in college and he's already labeled as a non-pattern player, I can't do it, man. I can't rock with you.
When you say he's a non-pattern player, could you like describe that term?
So a non-pattern player is this. So to simplify it, you got pattern players. So for example, a pattern player, Mike Conley Jr. Pattern players, Fred VanVleet. Non-pattern players, your Ja Morants, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Balls, Trae Youngs. The difference between pattern and non-pattern players is that the Lucas, they do what they want and there's nothing you can do about it. The pattern players need a system to look good. So for example, with pattern players, this is why sometimes they'll be with one team, they'll look stellar, they get traded, they don't look so stellar. Non-pattern players, I don't care where you put them, what setting, what team, they gonna look like elite all-stars no matter what. But pattern players cannot do that unless there's a system designed for them. And for right now, based on what I'm saying with Duke, is Cooper did not start looking good at Duke until John Shire started molding the offense more so around allowing him to operate in the mid-range. And that's when we ultimately saw him have his best game, when he got off in the mid-range in that last game before he took his hiatus. But when you stick him out there on the three-point line and he has to really put that ball on the floor and you really making him work to get buckets,
he struggles.
Yeah, but college doesn't really have good spacing, though. I wouldn't use college as a template for how you're going to project in the NBA because it's a totally different game. I mean, a lot of players struggle in the perimeter trying to create offense in the half court in college just because of the horrible spacing, the smaller court. I mean, I'm going to wait till he gets to the NBA, gets that NBA spacing, and maybe he's on a team that has some shooters to see what he can really do. Because he can handle the ball. I mean, he's a really, really good ball handler for sure.
Nah,
he's probably going to play small forward.
No, he's not.
In high school, he was. Maybe he regressed, but because what I've seen, he can handle that thing.
He's not.
Sure. His handles are pretty.
Wemby is like almost. He's like almost a whole 2-3 feet taller than he is, and Wemby got better handles than Cooper Flagg.
We gonna disagree on that.
What?
No, we're gonna disagree on that.
No. Wemby definitely got better handles than Cooper.
He got better.
We gonna wait. I think to see someone's full game, you gotta wait till they get to the pros. College is just not where you're gonna really see it because he's gonna be stuck in a system. At Duke, their system, they don't really allow for a lot of freedom. You know, in the NBA, he's gonna have that freedom to, and during the AAU circuit, the guy was pushing the break, bringing the ball full court, crossing dudes. I mean, the guy's his whole handle package, everything, like his whole bag was crazy. You get to Duke, and now he's limited. Now people saying he can't handle the ball, he can't do this and that. And it's like it's a different game.
He's not limited at Duke. He's just playing against better players. So everything that you did at the lower level is harder to do.
Right.
You ain't about to put the ball down in D1 teams if you can't hold on. If you put Mount Verde versus most D1 teams are going to blow them off the planet. Almost every D1 team in the country, if they played Montverde, is going to beat the living breaks off of them. It's just a different level of basketball.
Respect Cadence and Scotty Barnes.
I would, yeah. I'm like, I wouldn't go that far.
Hold on. I'm taking, unless you giving me like a school like Incarnate Word or something like that, I'm taking any D1 team over they're going to beat the life out of them. It's the same thing that happens. And I'm going to tell you why. It's the same thing that happens. For example, I've seen these same schools, Montverde, AZ Compass, right? OTE. Sometimes they'll schedule junior colleges. Why did the junior colleges always consistently win? When you plan structure and you plan a higher level and guys are bigger, stronger, and faster, just even one little notch up, they'll lose. Like I watched AZ Compass just a couple years, a loaded AZ Compass team lose to South Mountain Community College. You're talking about guys that are going to be D1, like a whole bunch of, but they played South Mountain Community College and lost. Just one. So you telling me if you stick these same teams, and AZ Compass is a powerhouse, just like Montverde, and you stick these same teams up against a D1 team, they about to get the brakes beat off of them. What you mean? Like now these teams, they will struggle against junior colleges. It's another.
Well, I wouldn't put all of these high school teams on the same level. Montverde was the best.
AZ Compass is on the level of Montverde. AZ is on a.
I don't think they're ranked number one. Right, like number one.
I think he's
AZ
talking
Compass.
about 2019 Montverde.
AZ Compass just beat Montverde just the other day.
No, Lamont. I think he's talking about like the Cade Cunningham and Scotty Barnes.
I don't, bro.
Like
Moody.
Hold on. If you're giving me a 12th grade, you're telling me you got a team full of 12th graders, and you're putting them up against a D1 college team. I'm taking the D1 college team every day of the week. Bro, I'm not an idiot, bro. These teams when they play real bona fide legit teams, if they did that, they're gonna get the brakes beat off of them, and it ain't gonna be close. It's a team game. I don't care how much talent you got at the 12th grade, but until you hit them weights, until you get bigger, stronger, faster, you got better teammates around you. That's not gonna translate.
Yep.
Y'all about to get smoked.
I don't know about smoke, but I mean,
I see what you're saying.
But I would take the D1 team for sure. But I mean, these high school teams are not skinny, like an IMG Academy or like a Utah Prep. Like they're not like sticks out there.
No.
A lot of these guys who are seniors are gonna go on their D1 teams and start and play major minutes.
What happens is y'all look at these high school teams and y'all look at the one or two players at the top. You don't realize the rest of that team is probably a whole bunch of JUCO guys. That's it. So, like I said,
the guys that they daddy got them on the team.
They can't compete with them type of. You right on that,
bro, man. I'm telling you right now, man. You any of them teams, Montverde versus any D1 team, Montverde gonna get embarrassed.
Yeah. I think, but back to Cooper, I think he's gonna be a legit NBA player. Maybe not, I don't want to say super like a superstar, like a Wembanyama type or a Zion type trajectory, but I think he'll be very solid.
So what level you think he'll be on?
I think we all agree. Yeah, where you think his ceiling max out at?
Like where his ceiling at? Like for NBA players, like what NBA player you think his ceiling at?
I would. Man, I'm trying to think of what's a good comp for his style of play.
You think I'll give you a few for a few hints. You think he'll be like a Paolo? What about Paolo?
I think his ceiling is Kevin Love.
Something like Kevin Love. Yeah. Kevin Love.
Nah. I think Kevin Love was great coming out.
Yeah, so
that's not a diss right there. But I don't think his style of game is gonna be.
Oh, Gordon Hayward's a good one too.
Hayward, there we go. Gordon Hayward, Chris Middleton.
I think he'll be better.
I like Chris Middleton too.
Yeah,
if he can learn how to shoot, if he can get more consistent shooting the ball.
I see like Chris
Middleton. Chris Middleton-ish, that type of player. Yeah.
But see, that's not super. See, like that, your ceiling, like that's what I'm saying. Like when I see Elijah Arenas, When I talk about his ceiling, shit.
Yeah, no, I see. I mean, this is ceiling, Luka, Shea comp.
I think Elijah's floor is Brandon Roy. I think his ceiling's much higher. I think his ceiling's superstar.
That's what I'm saying. Like his ceiling is like Shea, and the only reason why I say Luka is just because of the pace. He always looks slowed down, slow motion, like the great pace that Luka plays with, whether you like him or not as a player, whatever. But his pace to me is similar to Elijah's, in which, like, how come y'all can't stop that? This dude is going, you know what I'm saying? Like that type of, like, but he's obviously a little more.
So Lamont just said that Elijah Arena's floor is Brandon Roy. His floor is Brandon Roy.
Yeah.
So that means that's the lowest that he can go as a Brandon Roy.
I can't really break down Brandon Roy's game like that. So I know he's a big fan of Brandon Roy.
Bro, Brandon Roy was cold blooded.
No, I know he was great, but I'm talking about like the ins and outs of his game, like the more, the style of play more. I can't really remember Brandon Roy like that.
Man, if it wasn't for his knees,
I know he was a bucket though.
Boy, he was cold blooded. Brandon Roy.
Yeah, I know he was a bucket, and then I know he could shoot, off the dribble moves. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I see Elijah style play with Brandon Roy. But
I do.
Okay.
Because of the methodical pace, like they have an odd pace. Like, because where you think Brandon Roy, like when you watch, like Elijah is way, like he's gonna be way more athletic than Brandon Roy.
Right,
but
right.
Elijah, the one thing with him is when you watch his speed, he only uses his athleticism the very second that he needs to be athletic.
Right.
Like, so you don't see them bounce, you don't see that explosion until he sees something and was like, okay, now it's time for me to go crazy.
Right. I can hit the gas on you. That's the pace.
That's why he surprised people when he get the booming on you, because he playing at this slow pace. Next thing you know, he done hit you with a one dribble. Now he up in the air dunking on you, like, God damn, where'd that come from?
Yeah, it's that low
odd pace.
Yeah, that low you to sleep type handle, and then I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro, and that's the scariest thing. He like playing at the pace that he like. That's the one thing I know I struggle with at high school, is because in high school my motor was just one speed. Like I didn't know how to calm down, like slow down, calm down.
Control.
He was rushed,
and he could, but I was getting rushed because guys were like faster, stronger. So everything I'm trying to do, I'm trying to just, and I'm not thinking my way. Like Elijah right now is thinking everything through. Too young. Like he's seeing the game through at this level.
Gilbert, you could tell
seeing the game like this.
You could tell Gilbert instilled that in him about the pace and just getting to your spots on your terms, and then being under control. So yeah, he definitely got that part of his game, and that's like I said in the comments, like that's people struggle with that. A lot of players struggle with that. I think Jason Tatum still struggles with that, understanding the pace and how to get to his spots, which Elijah has kind of shown that he could do at an early level. So that's important. A lot of players take years to master that.
And plus, he has the size too. I mean, he's damn near 6'7". So I mean,
yeah, and he's gonna put on some weight as well. So yeah.
Oh my God, putting on weight. That's
he's gonna get stronger, obviously. So yeah, he gonna be a problem. Yeah, his ceiling is to me better than Cooper Flagg's, but I don't think Coop's gonna struggle. I think Duke is kind of watered him down a little, slowed him down a little bit as far as him, just opening up his total game, which Duke does to players at times. We've seen, Devin Booker, different guys not be able to shine, so to speak. And then when they get to the NBA, they take back off with the spacing and all those things and having an offense created around them. So I think Cooper will have similar elevation like a Devin Booker when he gets back to the pros.
So you think his slashing game and his off-ball game will translate to the league, right?
I think both. I think that translation and off-ball game, and I think he'll be able to. I think he will be able to work in open space as an isolation scorer. Not elite ISO scorer, but I think he'll still be able to get buckets.
Who's that? Who are you talking about?
Cooper.
I don't look at Cooper as an ISO scorer, not at the NBA level. I don't see it.
Well, you said Chris Middleton.
Yeah, but I don't look at Chris Middleton as a great ISO scorer.
Oh no, Chris will get buckets, bro. Especially at his height, he'll get you a bucket. They was going
like when I think of ISO scores.
Buckets.
I think Chris Middleton's a good scorer. I don't think he's a great ISO scorer. Like, I think he's a real good supplement to Giannis.
No, I didn't say great or elite. I said he would still be able to operate. I think Coop will. I'm not saying he's going to be just every play down, give me the ball, get out the way, and I'm gonna run the offense. No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying like in the right matchup, give me the ball, I'll get a bucket.
You think Cooper Flagg gonna be traded?
No, what I'm saying is I think there's a very visible ceiling to Cooper Flagg's game, and I feel like the team that drafts him, you have to draft him understanding that there's a very clear cap as far as how much we gonna get out of him. And like when at where he's going to get drafted at, which is 1 or 2, you would hope that the ceiling would be superstar. And I don't see a superstar ceiling with Cooper Flagg's game. I just don't see it. There's no shade on Cooper Flagg, but
you think an all-star ceiling though, right?
I see an all-star ceiling.
Okay.
Again, when you have a lower ceiling, that brings you close. That means that you're a little bit closer to that floor too.
That depends on.
You got a Christian Lake in Florida, all-star ceiling.
Bro, that floor is nasty for Cooper.
Wouldn't that depends on what team he get drafted to?
Bro, if Utah
that's a lot of players though.
Cooper's floor is Hayward. That's his
hell
floor.
no.
Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, that's his floor.
I would say more like that.
He's gonna be way better than him. The off athleticism alone.
Yeah, that's
gonna be better than him.
Defensively and all those things. I think he'll be better than Gordon.
But
he's gonna be a different tier. He's gonna be a different tier.
Elijah Arenas' floor is Brandon Roy though.
Yeah, I think that's a little crazy.
That's tough. That's tough. I ain't gonna lie, that's tough.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his highlights right now. He scored 42 points. His full bag was on the. Man, you can't tell me this nigga not gonna be a superstar or has a superstar ceiling.
He's
too talented.
He's talented, bro. He's talented with his height and size and the way.
The only thing that can stop Elijah at this time is injury. I think Cooper Flagg's game can slow him down.
Nah, the way they exploit mismatches in the NBA and stuff, I think Coop gonna be fine, bro.
And one thing I like about
he don't got a bag like that though to go at.
Oh, he do. He got D bags. He got D bags.
I think
the guy that's talking Cooper Flagg got the Kevin Durant bag.
No, hell no.
No, come on. You talking about one of the best elite scorers in the NBA's ever seen, bro.
No.
Bro, he don't have an Anthony Edwards bag. He don't have a Wemby bag. I mean, he closer to Chet offensively than he is to some of these other people.
Damn.
Ooh, the disrespect.
I think he can be more a little more consistent than that. Well, I don't know. And Edwards, he changed his game up a lot this year, so I don't know.
He said Cooper's floor is Tatum.
Nah, I disagree with that. No, it's not. No.
I do see Tatum and Cooper.
Nah, they're two different players though, bro. They totally two different players.
I'm gonna tell you right now. If Cooper don't get drafted to the right team,
Tatum more athletic too.
He gonna have Kwame Brown written all over him.
But Tatum don't use it.
What? Lamar, you nasty, bro.
Troll alert,
bro.
Troll alert for real.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. If he don't go to the right team and organization, I'm not saying what I'm saying is, and what I'm saying is right here. It's not your talent that makes you a bust. It's the team that makes you a bust. Like, for example, when you look at Kwame Brown, see, the problem with Kwame Brown is he thinks that the bust label means that people are saying that he's trash. Kwame Brown, talent-wise, coming out of high school, was the most can't-miss players in NBA history.
He was raw.
His talent was supposed. Yes, it was. If you go look at
he was really good in high school.
You got to look at the film. Look at the film. He was cold.
Kwame Brown's scouting report, like they do these calculations based on like the probability of you gonna bust. He had the lowest probability in like NBA history of being a bust. And he turned out to be a bust because he went to the wrong organization.
I agree.
I get Kwame to a certain degree when Kwame says he had talent, but it was the Wizards that made him a bust.
I agree.
I feel like with Elijah, there is no team that can stop Elijah from being Elijah. But I think with Cooper Flagg, there's teams because based on how he's limited with regards to scoring, he needs to go to a team that's going to be ultra dedicated into making sure he's the face of that team. If not, he will be a bust.
But that's why I disagree with you. Kwame Brown, even if you tried to make him the face of a team, he wouldn't have been. His ceiling was nowhere near Cooper Flagg.
That's a lie.
Hold on, but once you spoil
that's
him,
not a lie.
like once you ruin him, his first 4 years is over with. You can't undo the
I
damage
agree with
did
you.
the first 4 years.
It is because Tyson did you see Kwame play in high school?
Yes, I saw Kwame play at high school. He was just
seeing him play like a lot of his games.
Stronger.
Did you actually see him play?
He did not have the skill of a Cooper Flagg. We're not doing that.
Bro, Kwame was really good in high school, bro.
I agree with you. I'm not saying he wasn't good. I'm talking about how those skills translated to the NBA.
He's the number one pick for a reason. He was the number one pick for a reason.
I
They
understand.
don't just pick any player as the number one pick. He was the number one pick in that draft for a reason.
He was out of high school, first of all.
Yeah, he was really good. That's what I'm telling you. That more even explains it.
I said I agree with you that he was really good in high school. I'm saying his skill set is not comparable to a Cooper Flagg. And when you assessing a player in high school, sure. You know what I'm saying? Some players are going to look. That's one of the main reasons why they stopped drafting these players out of high school, and they changed that rule because you can't just assess a player. It's hard to assess a player going from high school to play against grown men, first of all.
Nah, that's different because LeBron
they kept on drafting players out of high school. They drafted Dwight Howard. They drafted Lou Williams.
They changed the rule. Like, it's like it's a money thing. Like
but it's not because of Kwame though. Because
I didn't say
Dwight Howard.
I said that's part
Dwight
of it.
Howard ended up.
Tyson.
Hold on.
Tyson. I think college tricks the NBA more than I think high school.
It does as well.
Translatable to the NBA.
Nah, I disagree.
I agree.
I disagree with that.
I agree with that 100%.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
You know how many busts came out of high school?
You know how many Hall of Famers came out of high school?
You know how many busts came out of college?
That's a lot of. Well, you comparing a small sample to a big sample. I'm saying the percentages, though.
Hold on. Watch this, Tyson. Check this out. If you look at how many times the best high school player in the country has panned out to be a bust versus, for example, Frank Kaminsky at one point in time was the best player in college basketball. Didn't translate. Adam Morrison was the best player in college basketball. Didn't translate. Neither one of these guys were ever considered the best player in high school basketball. Like when you look to the guys when you look to the guys
Come on, bro.
In high school, that generally translates to the NBA more so than the guys who are considered the best in college.
You looking at bad drafts in general. Hold on.
It's the same thing.
Let me finish though.
While you at it, you might as well throw Christian Laettner in there too.
You looking at
Bobby Hurley.
You looking at bad draft classes, first of all, in general. In totality, it was bad draft classes. So when you got a Frank Kaminsky going that high, it's because the draft class was bad.
No,
not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Come on, bro.
What about Darko Milicic?
He came from overseas.
He still was a top pick.
Right. So they bad at evaluating players at times. That's in general though. That's not just that's not the high school thing. But we talk about we can go down a list of the Eddie Currys, of the Sebastian Telfair.
Eddie Curry didn't suck at all. He wasn't close.
Eddie Curry was decent, man. He was decent.
He was cold. What draft pick was he?
Hold on. Let me tell y'all some names. Y'all check this out. These are players throughout history that none of them were considered the best player in high school basketball, but they were considered like a top 10 player in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let's start with Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott, when he was at Creighton, was one of the best players in college basketball. How did that fare in the NBA?
Trash.
Come on.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Some people won't remember this name. Some people won't remember this guy. I remember him. Scott May.
From North Carolina.
No, that's Sean May.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Yeah, boy, Sean May. His real name is Sean, but it's like his real name is Scott. But I'm talking about Sean May, the big.
Yeah. I know who Sean May is. Yeah, I know who that is.
Out of North Carolina, right?
Yeah.
He went to North Carolina. Okay, what about Tyler Hansborough? Tyler Hansborough was the best player, one of the top 10 players in college basketball.
Trash.
Go home. Oh,
It's a hard. You can't.
Hold on.
Trash.
Sheldon Williams was considered one of the best players in college basketball. How did that fare in the NBA?
Role player, journeyman.
Wait, hold on, Lamont. You talking about bad? I'm not no GM. I'm not no that smart at basketball. But you knew these players were not going to be superstars in the NBA,
no,
bro.
you didn't. No, you did not.
No, you didn't.
You thought Tyler Hansbrough was going to be a superstar?
You did
Let me
not.
go another one.
Let me ask Lamont, somebody who knows. Did you think Tyler? Can I answer the question, Lamont, real quick? Did you think Tyler Hansbrough was going to be a superstar coming out of college?
No,
not a superstar,
okay,
but an all-star elite.
No, hold on. But my point is this: here's the thing. I can go year by year, and I can pull up the top 10 players in high school basketball, and I guarantee you, those top high school players, no matter what they did in college, if they even went to college, it generally translated better to the NBA than the top college players who went.
Okay,
to the
name all them. Name them dudes that was going out of high school in lottery picks. Name them dudes.
Hold on. Watch this. Hold on. So,
our first round picks at that. Just do first rounders.
Hold on. Watch this. I'm just going to tell you. I'm just want to go off where I'm going to go year by year.
There's so many.
The top 10 high school.
Right.
Players. Hold on. No, it's not. It's not hard. Okay, hold on. Let me go back a year. Hold on. Right now,
Amari Stoudemire, Dwight Howard, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
hold on one second.
You naming the best of the best.
Hold on one second. We're gonna go year by year. Here, you pick. We can pick.
Tracy
any
McGrady.
Hold on. Tyson, tell me what year to pick. What year you want?
LeBron James.
Oh, I'm bad with years, man. When did that? I'm
gonna just do the ESPN
mass influx of high school players start.
I'm gonna go to the ESPN Top 100 for the year 2010. All right, I'm gonna go to a random year. All right. Oh, hold on. I gotta put basketball. My bad.
Is this coming out of high school or just the draft?
Just high school.
This is just high school rankings.
Okay.
His argument is that the top high school players usually translate to better players than the top college players.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
I agree with that too.
If you're making that argument, I can see how you would come to that conclusion, but that necessarily wasn't my argument. But that's his argument.
That's what he said, and you said you disagreed.
No, well, I was
okay. Hold on. So in 2010, okay, 2010, the number one high school player in the country, Kyrie Irving.
Mm-hmm.
He played college.
Yeah, but he played like 8 games though.
Yeah, but in college, he was not looked at as the top
11 games in college.
No, see, you twisted my argument, bro. That's not what I said.
Huh?
That's not what I said. That's not what I. That's not what I said. But if you just going based off the top high school players,
but I'm saying when Kyrie went to Duke, he was looked at as a good player, but he wasn't like a top 20 player in college. He was a hell of a player, prospect for the NBA, but most of what scouts thought about Kyrie Irving stemmed from what he did at high school, not what he did at Duke.
But even if you go back and look at when they could come out of high school, the best players in the NBA came out of high school. I mean, Kobe Bryant, T-Mac, Amari Stoudemire.
You're not naming all the other players, though. You're naming all the successes.
Nice.
You're not naming all the lottery or high first round picks that were busts. You just naming superstars.
There aren't any busts, though.
Okay, let me hold on.
There aren't any busts. Kwame Brown was a bust. What are you?
One. That's one.
Tyson Chandler, he's not a bust.
Tyson Chandler was not.
No, he's not a bust.
Hold on. I'm just gonna go to 2011, y'all. I'm just gonna go to 2011, all right? Because I already moved off 2010. My bad. I'm gonna go back to 2010. I'm gonna read off. So instead of just doing the number one name, I'm gonna read off to you all the top names. So this is 2011.
It's gonna be
the best player in college basketball coming out of high school. Number 1, Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, Austin Reeves. Number 3, Bradley Beal. Number 4, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. He was a bust. Number 5, Quincy Miller. Number 6, James Michael McAdoo, Marquise Teague, LeBron Nash. LeBron Nash, I thought he was a can't miss player. That motherfucker ended up being a bum. Adonis Thomas, Caldwell Pope, Cody Zeller, Josiah Turner, Matt Kabongo. I thought Matt Kabongo was going to be really good. He was a bust. Kim Birch, PJ Harrison, Brendan Dawson, Jabari Brown, Tony Ward. But see, you know what we're seeing here though? It's a lot of NBA names. We're seeing a lot of NBA guys.
A lot of NBA guys.
It was like half and half, bro.
No, but look. No, because I'm still going down. Because I said out of the top 100 players. Because I'm still seeing, even when I go down, Quinn Cook, I'm at 34, NBA player, but he wasn't a top college player. Like when I keep going down, Mo Harkless, NBA player, solid, but he wasn't a top college player. Right? When I keep going down, Ben McLemore, NBA player, wasn't a top college player. He was kind of good.
Keep going.
When we go to, I can just keep going down the list. And
He was in the middle.
50.
Ben McLemore was in the middle as a college player.
Yeah, but no, I don't think anybody was saying, because I think a lot of these guys had a whole bunch of cachet from college. I mean, from high school, which is what got them higher draft stock in the NBA.
Wait, Ben McLemore was Kansas, right?
Yeah. So I was just about to ask you,
bro. Don't do that.
Kansas team.
Yeah, he was hooping in Kansas.
What was Ben McLemore at? Was he the best player?
2012.
Second best player? Third best player? What?
2012 is Nerlens Noel.
They had a Final Four run too. Ben McLemore was, or not a Final Four, but they had a good run in the what you call it, didn't they?
In the tournament.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, but Ben McLemore was balling, bro. Come on now. They choked at the end, but they had I want to say a finals run.
Hold on, 2012, Nerlens Noel. Man, I'm so disappointed in Shabazz Muhammad. I thought that motherfucker was gonna be cold.
Yeah, me too. I thought he was gonna be really man. I thought Shabazz Muhammad was gonna be good.
Now here's a guy right here. This is unfortunate, but I think he would have been solid in the NBA. Isaiah Austin, Kyle Anderson, Steven Adams. So we going through the first 5 names. These are all NBA guys. Steven Adams, NBA. Anthony Bennett. He was a bust, but NBA.
You moving the goal?
No, but what I'm saying is the top high school players is going to give you, like, if I go to 2012 and I pull up the top college players, I guarantee you it's not going to be a list full of NBA guys.
Okay, go ahead and name them.
All right, hold on. Watch this.
Give me the top college.
Hold on, 2012.
20.
Top 50 college players.
But the college game still favors the big man to a certain degree. So a lot of those guys ain't going to.
Okay, hold on.
I agree with you there.
Hold on.
But perimeter players are the same still.
All right, hold on.
Yeah,
I agree with that to a certain extent.
Yeah, what was that big man that he had the African name? He didn't even get drafted, bro. Didn't even see a game. He was one of the top players in college. So yeah, for the big man, I will agree with you.
What school he went to?
All right, so we go to 2012. Oh, hold on. This let me gotta scroll down. Let me scroll down to number 1. All right, wait. So number 1 in 2012. Cody Zeller,
NBA player.
Doug McDermott.
He's just clamoring for him right now. They trying to get.
Hold on.
Utah, everything.
Doug McDermott,
NBA player.
James McAdoo. Not an NBA player.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Isaiah Cannon.
Wasn't.
No, G Leaguer.
Uh-uh.
Hold on, computer.
Didn't James McAdoo play for the Warriors or something like that?
Yeah,
he's a G Leaguer. He's a G Leaguer. That motherfucker was on a 2-way deal, man. Stop.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Deshaun Thomas.
Are you going straight down the list?
Yes, I'm going next.
You sound like you pausing and skipping. You pausing.
No, he's going straight down the list.
Tony Mitchell's the next player from North Texas. Mike Moser from UNLV, the next player. Peyton Silva is the next player. Aaron Kraft, the next player. Trey Burke, CJ Leslie, Rodney McGruger, Gorgie Dane, Michael Sneer, Christian
Trey Burke was the
Watford,
NBA player.
Who? No, Trey Burke was an NBA player.
Yeah,
but what am I saying? But what
like
we're seeing is
NBA player.
What we're seeing is when I pull up the top college players, it don't look like bona fide talent like when we pull up the high school players.
What year was that?
Went to Michigan, right?
It's 2012.
It's every year. It's every year. Because the best high school players, they're one and done. They're going.
So look, I can keep going down. Adonis Thomas, Wayne Blackshear, Patrick Young, Alex Porthris, Trevor Mockway.
Some of them guys I ain't never heard of them.
BJ Young,
Andre Roberson, Eric Murphy, Kyle Anderson, Solomon Hill, Keon Bell. Yeah, we this don't look like no stellar list. Like I can go to the list. Like the college top players ain't gonna look right. The high school players, the top players, it's gonna look like some bona fide NBA guys.
Some of them guys I ain't even never heard of.
Jarnell Stokes. Big old soft Jarnell Stokes. Man, get out of here, man.
Go to the next year, bro.
It don't matter what year you pick, bro.
Nah,
because
that's not true.
the best college players usually are seniors and they've been in college for a long time. And they're usually competing against players that are younger than them.
Like
I'm gonna go to
but high school players, they're one and done. They're already gone after a year. So it's hard for a freshman to be one of the best players in college. You know what I'm saying? So usually those top high school players are gone.
That's true.
Okay, so 2013, Doug McDermott, NBA guy. Russ Smith. How y'all feel about Russ Smith?
Russ Smith was all right.
Journeyman,
he was a good
player. He played overseas. He wasn't really,
All right. What about number 3, Jai Carson?
What year? What list are you looking at? Because I got
2013.
Andrew Wiggins, Marcus Smart.
Andrew Wiggins wasn't one of the best college players in the
Julius Randle.
No, these are you're just pulling up the draft boards.
No, I'm pulling up the top 20 by SB Nation.
All right, you
Jabari Parker.
I'm on Max Preps. Go to
Aaron
Max
Gordon.
Preps. You just pulling up the NBA.
No, I'm not. I'm pulling out the SB top 20 college players. Shabazz Napier.
Okay. Go to Max Preps because
I got to go to your site. Your site that ass. My site sounds better.
Because I didn't want to go to a site that was going to just pull up a draft board.
It's not a draft board, bro.
Yes, it is.
They got some of the same players. James McAdoo.
Bro, Wiggins was not the best player in college basketball.
That's what
there was never a time when Wiggins played college basketball where he was the best player. He was never.
I'm just going according to the
Wiggins. Well, hold on, y'all. Did Wiggins was a better player in college basketball? He was not better than Russ Smith at Louisville.
Nah.
Russ Smith at Louisville was a better basketball player than Andrew Wiggins at Kansas.
Andrew Wiggins was good though. He was good.
No. But when you look at Russ Smith, the run that he had, him and Peyton Silva, it's going to be hard to give me a backcourt that's better than those two guys. And neither one of those guys played in the NBA.
There's only a few freshmen. Maybe Julius Randle, maybe Jabari Parker. Those are a couple players, but the vast majority of guys are not that got drafted high. They did decently in college, but they're seen as top prospects. Maybe looking at the top prospects.
For example, if I go to 2013, I pull up the top draft picks. The top NBA prospects. Number 1, Andrew Wiggins, Marcus Smart, Julius Randle. Those are 1, 2, and 3. So of course, if you're pulling up draft prospects, those are going to be the first. But when you're looking at the best college players, those names obviously are not going to be the same. The NBA is drafting these guys, but a lot of these guys are getting drafted based on what they did in high school, not what they did in college.
Yeah, off of potential.
Look, Aaron Kraft is a top 10 player in college basketball in 2013. Come on, man. Ain't nobody messing with no Aaron Kraft.
No, Aaron Kraft. Yeah, he was on the list.
He was out there struggling in the TBT tournament.
No, that's facts. I understand your premise of what you're saying. My point was I was talking about the high school players that got drafted straight out of high school in those years. But if to say that the best college players are not going to be necessarily the best NBA players, I agree with that.
But even if you go with the players drafted out of high school, they're still better.
But that doesn't mean that in college, again, I was talking about assessing talent. So when you look at some of those guys
in high school than you do college.
But you bring What'd you say?
You assess talent better when they're in high school, not in college.
See, I don't necessarily agree with that.
But the players that came out of high school are usually better than the best college players.
That's the list I wanted to bring up, but that never came.
Why do you think every year, for example, now that you have to go to college for at least 1 year,
mm-hmm.
why be all these freshmen and all these 18-year-olds getting drafted over all these 4-year seniors and stuff?
Because you 100% correct. No, that's not because of high school. It's because those are the best players, and the NBA are going to pluck the best players. If a player's in college 4 years, hold on, Lamar, let me finish. If a player's
the best college players,
if a player's in college for 4 years, obviously he wasn't a top prospect. Obviously.
You should.
So of course they're not going to be around for 4 years if that's great. If they're a great talent.
But none of these guys were great college players.
Who's that?
You go to this last year's. If you go to all the players that are one and done, find me a great college player. You're not gonna find great college players. They didn't get on draft boards because they had one stellar year in college and got on the draft board.
It's not high school. It's not about having a stellar year. It's about what you show on the court as far as how it translates to the NBA game. You would agree with that. Like we said, Devin Booker didn't have some great college year, but what he's shown on the court, people. You know what I'm saying? They realized he was a great prospect because what he can bring to a team, his shooting ability, the thing how he could put on the floor and get to a shot, those type of things.
It was from high school. He was
coming up. Devin Booker was averaging 40 points a game in high school. He was a monster.
I understand that. I understand.
And he came off the bench at Kentucky, so you couldn't even really see all that he displayed compared to his high school tape.
Patrick Beverly averaged a gang of points in high school. That doesn't mean
it's about how you're scoring, though. It's about how
exactly. That's my point.
No. Hold on, but no. My thing is this: Devin Booker was one and done at Kentucky, and that 1 year he played at Kentucky, he came off the bench, and nobody really had a glimmer of who he truly was. The only people that knew who he truly was are the people that watched him in high school, because his game in high school showed NBA scouts what he could do at the NBA level. Now, hold on.
LiAngelo scored a grip of points in high school. It's not based on that.
Hold on. When you look at because it's about how you score. Being a
pattern I agree.
Non-pattern. Hold on. So LiAngelo is a pattern.
But you don't see that in college. You don't get to see it.
Hold on. We're talking about Devin Booker, who in high school was a non-pattern player. He got his own buckets and he controlled everything around him. LiAngelo needed people to get him to a ball. He's a pattern player. So you're talking about two different players.
Agreed.
When you talk about Devin Booker, when he was in high school, 40 a game, he could showcase every NBA level skill. He displayed all his ability to be a high level NBA player. When he goes to college, Coach Calipari put him under a system, withered all his talents down to just being a catch and shoot player coming off the bench. How did NBA scouts know that Devin Booker was going to be a monster from college or high school?
I think at assessing both, though, not just have it because players develop, later on in high school and early in college. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? It's not just from his high school, because we've seen guys get buckets in high school that didn't translate to the NBA and how they scored in high school. Just like you said, they drafted Kwame Brown #1 overall because how he got buckets in college.
No, they didn't draft him #1 because of how he got buckets.
What did they draft him over?
They drafted him with his physicality. They thought he could be the next Shaq. That's what they compared him as.
Shaq?
Yeah. He was looked at as the next Shaq. That's what they were saying.
Oh, wow. Well, if they was looking at him as the next Shaq, then I could have told them they was wrong. Come on, bro. But anyway, I'm talking about. But
in hindsight, it's easy to say that. But in the moment, everybody thought drafting Kwame Brown #1 was the best pick. And there was no team that was going to pass on Kwame Brown at #1.
Right.
In the moment. We're looking at it in hindsight. The Wizards botched it. I feel like, because if you put him on the right team that really said, look, you're our guy, we're going to build around you, we're going to make sure we develop you, we're going to get you the ball. But when he went to Washington, because Jordan was there, because Jordan had a different agenda, it derailed everything. So that's why we say when we call Kwame a bust, I think he gets offended because people think they're talking about him. No, we're talking about what your career panned out to be. Your career
as the #1 pick.
Bust because the team put you on the bust trajectory. That's what happened. The team put him on that trajectory.
I don't know if he would have been a #1 worthy on any team, but that's neither here nor there. That's hypothetical. But I was more speaking to. I wish you could pull up a list, or I can, that all those high school players that came out of high school that were drafted and as many busted there was off of those.
Hold on, let me pull it up for you. Right?
Yeah,
and the first round draft picks, and you're going to compare that to college, right? that were drafted in the first round who were busts, and you're saying that the high school list is going to have more busts than the college list?
Nah, more because it's more college draft pick players over time, right? So it's not
what's
going to be
your
more.
what's your argument then?
I'm saying as the percentage of high school players, and at that time when they were
So you're
doing
saying that high school is going to have a higher percentage of busts compared to college
in the first round.
We're talking about first round high school players draft picks. Ooh, you're gonna be shocked.
Yeah, I would like to see that. I might be shocked. I'm not no. That's just based off what I remember of all these players that came out.
All right, let me see. Pulling it up the list right now.
I ain't do no study of it, so I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm.
So Lamont, you think players are better off coming out of high school than college, right?
No, what I'm saying is that I'm saying the high school game shows you more of what they're going to be in the NBA than college. And unless you get lucky and you just happen to go to that one college where the coach just does a hell of a job of allowing you to showcase what you can do. For example, it's not too many times that you get to draft into a college team you can go to a college team like Davis and the coach basically says, no handcuffs, Steph Curry, go goddamn beat Steph Curry, fuck it. It's, college coaches are like, they are like generals. They like to control everything. They love their system. And it's very rare that you have coaches like Shaka Smart or even that sometimes like a Matt Painter that just says, fuck it, just go do you. And sometimes when the coach just says, go do you, we get a Carson Edwards. We'll get a Steph Curry, right? We'll sometimes get these where you can start seeing the NBA talent in college, like Damian Lillard at Weber State, right? Sometimes, but most of these coaches, they got so many agendas. They're trying to win too much. They pushing for their next job that they really kill a whole bunch of players because they're burying them in a system that don't cater to their game.
They limit their game.
That's what Coach Cal did with Devin Booker.
Yeah. But also,
I got the list right here, though.
I
got the list right here.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a lot less players than I thought.
What? Hold on. What? Yeah, it's a lot less than you thought. So we got. So I don't want to count 1975.
Yeah, right. I'm talking about the Kobe,
I'm talking about
Tracy McGrady.
I'm focused on first round picks. First round picks is that. Kevin Garnett, we know where he panned out. Kobe, we know where he panned out. Jermaine O'Neal, I feel like he panned out to be a very good player.
Great player.
He was an all-star.
Great player.
Tracy McGrady, great player. Al Harrington, great player. Rashard Lewis, great player. Jonathan Bender, I would say derailed by injury more so than anything.
Solid.
To me, he was a really good player.
Solid player.
Yeah, I think he was good, but I think Leon Smith is a bum. Darius Miles, great player. Deshaun Stevenson,
not great.
Player.
He's good.
Darius Miles, I felt like Darius Miles had a stretch early on where he was great.
He's a good player. Good player. Yeah, good player.
No,
Deshaun
Stevens was a good player. Darius Miles is a level above Deshaun Stevenson.
Okay.
Now, did Darius Miles live up to being the number 3 pick?
Hell
Probably
no.
not. But Deshaun Stevenson definitely lived up to being the number 23 pick.
Go ahead.
I mean, he lived the number 3 pick, though.
We got Kwame Brown. What's your thoughts there?
He was a good player to play 10 years in the league.
Nah. Come on. That's the number 1 pick. You got to compare it to the pick too, bro.
All right, Tyson Chandler, solid. I think Tyson Chandler was a great player.
Good NBA career. For sure.
He played 20 years in the league.
Eddie Curry.
Shout out Compton
Eddie
Dominguez.
Curry was more solid than people give him credit for.
Who?
Yeah, he was an all-star level player.
What draft pick was he, Lamont?
Number 4.
He was an all-star level player.
But remember his heart issue. He had the heart issue.
Bro. He was definitely on a trajectory of that for sure.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, the heart issue messed him up. He had a heart issue.
You ain't see Eddie Curry. He was on a trajectory before the heart issue.
Lamont, you said all-star level?
If he didn't have the heart issue, yeah, I agree.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
Okay.
Did you see what
LeBron James?
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Trash. Trash. LeBron James trash.
Bus,
Okay.
big bus. What a bus.
Travis Outlaw. Travis Outlaw. He's locked up now.
He won. He was an all-star, I think.
Travis Outlaw was not an all-star.
All-star? What are you talking about?
Wasn't he? I think he was in
but,
one all-star.
But Travis Outlaw
if I'm
was
not mistaken.
nice. He was nice on 2K. I ain't gonna lie. 2K with that Blazers
He might have
team.
made the All-Star to 2K league.
Okay, so
was
Travis
six
Outlaw
man of
was
the year.
solid. Travis
He's
Outlaw.
solid.
He was very
Those are good
solid.
NBA careers. Those
Yeah.
are good NBA careers.
Okay, Kendrick Perkins, solid.
Solid. What draft pick was he?
Kendrick Perkins was 27th.
No, yeah, first 27 for sure.
Yeah, that's a good career for a 27th pick. James Lang, I think he was a bum.
He was
a
bust,
second
yeah.
round pick.
So we got two bums, right?
So far we got. It's,
What? No,
as far
two
as
bums.
No, hold on.
We got two.
As far as first round picks that are just clearly bust, we got Kwame Brown and
Kwame Brown is clearly a
we got
bust,
Leon
though, bro.
Smith. We got Leon Smith, Kwame Brown,
Sebastian Telfair.
Hold on, we're not there yet. I'm about to go to the next year. We got to go to the next year. So we got Dwight Howard, good. I mean, great player. Sean Livingston,
Solid player,
Solid,
100%.
Injury derailed it, but he still had a hell of a career. Now this guy's definitely a bust. Robert Swift was a bust, so we had three busts.
He was, yeah.
Sebastian Telfair, 13th overall. I thought Sebastian Telfair he had a
bro.
career.
Don't
He
do
had
that.
a pretty good career. You know, the thing, how do you play over 10 years in the NBA and you're a bust? I'm sorry. I just find that hard to kind of rationalize.
Okay,
He
hold
might
on.
have not met your expectations, but to say he's a bust is crazy.
No,
But how many
Sebastian
years?
Telfair was a bust.
How many years Kwame played? Like
He played 10 years in the league.
Hey,
To me, he's not a bust.
Hey.
You don't play that long in the league and you're sorry. I don't think so.
I gotta go. Wifey said I gotta go run some errands, man. Y'all continue without me. I'll concede this one. Y'all got it, bro. You got it, Lamont.
All right, man.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Hold on. The rest of this list is crazy. We got Al Jefferson, Josh Smith, J.R. Smith, and Darrell Wright. All solid NBA players or better.
Yeah.
Next year on 05, we got Martell Webster. I would say he turned out into a bust. I thought he was going to be really good. And he didn't.
Bust is. I don't think he was a bust. He got
Martell
injuries.
No, he got drafted by my team. He was a bust. He never looked, even when he was healthy, he never looked like a six pick. Bynum, injuries, but I think he had a good career for being injured.
Solid.
Gerald Green, solid. CJ Miles, solid. Why
Solid,
is
very
all
solid.
these bums are getting drafted by the Blazers? Damn. Look at this shit. How the hell in the same draft, you draft Martell Webster, and then they drafted this bum by the name of Ricky Sanchez. What the hell? Look, how do you draft Ricky Sanchez, and then 5 picks later, Monte Ellis gets drafted by the Warriors? How the hell do you screw this up, man? And in the same draft, you pass up on Lou Williams, Andre Blatch, and Amir Johnson to get Ricky Sanchez. That's crazy.
Shout out Brandon Worth for saving the organization.
Damn, the Blazers don't know how to draft, man.
Andre Blatch was so slept on in high school.
Look, this list is filled with Portland Trailblazer picks. They drafted Travis Outlaw, Sebastian Telfair, Ricky Sanchez, Martell Webster. Man, I'm thinking the Blazers might have the biggest bust track record in NBA history. They drafted all of these bums. Damn. That was crazy. He says, Gregory Lawrence says, Lamont, can you pull up Pierce saying he was in a locker room at an All-Star game where there was a person talking about LBJ telling people that there is a kid in high school that could start in the All-Star game?
I heard about that.
I would pull it up, but I got to shut this one down here pretty soon because we got practice. I got to head to campus here in a minute. But I'm just glad I was able to go live, man, and get this one knocked out. But we got to probably start talking high school and college basketball a little bit more. I didn't know y'all was into the circuit like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My team, Michigan, about to win the championship this year. So,
Michigan Wolverines?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Hell no. I don't think it's gonna come out the Big Ten this year. The Big Ten looking extra soft this year.
I don't see it either.
Purdue down. And I don't know how the hell Matt Painter keeping that team ranked, because all he got on his roster are pattern players. Maryland's always down. Who else? UCLA's down. They coaches shitting on the players in the media. Yeah, the Big Ten's just down right now, man.
Cakewalk for us, man.
Who? You said Michigan?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all best move was getting rid of Juwan Howard, bro. He was a horrible college coach. Bro, he had all of them recruits, man. I'm talking about he had some crazy recruiting classes. Wasted them all, man.
They was just sitting on the bench.
Bro, he had. And he almost snatched one of Purdue best players at one point in time, but the dude wasn't even eligible. Like he couldn't get into school. Or something like that. Something happened, man, where the dude couldn't even get in his class, get enrolled or something.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't remember the player
name. Yeah, I forgot his name. He wasn't even he was okay. He was our best defender, but he was trash on the offensive end. But Michigan, don't they got that big white dude that they say is going to be translate well to the NBA?
We got Wolf, I think his name is. We got another guy.
Y'all got a big white dude that says.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We also got a guard that we got transferred from Auburn. I remember watching him in high school. He went to the Florida FSU high school in Tallahassee. Donaldson. I think that's his name. Trey Donaldson.
Bro,
he was the top-ranked football player.
I know Trey Donaldson. But see this is how you know college basketball just completely screwed up. When I heard Rick Pitino just went on the post-game news conference the other day. They had just played Seton Hall. He was like, look, he said, I feel bad for Seton Hall. He says, because he says, when I came here to St. John's, he says, they gave me a humongous NIL budget. He said, over the summer, he said, I just went to Seton Hall's best player and said, look, I can give you this much money. He said he literally just bought Seton Hall's best player. He said the guy didn't want to leave Seton Hall. He loved it there. He loved the coach. He says he's only here on St. John's because I offered him more money. And then you had the coach from Texas, Rick Barnes is at Tennessee now, I think. But Rick Barnes ended up benching one of his players and then went to the postgame, was like, he said, we paying money to do X, Y, and Z. He wasn't doing it. I benched his ass. It's over with now. There ain't no more college basketball. This shit's dead, man.
Everybody's saying the girls is more entertaining than the guys. College basketball.
Well, it's not that it's entertaining. It's just not. It's just like another pro league now. Because now the coaches are treating the players like pros. Like if you ain't playing right, we about to bench you. Like it's all about money now.
Shit, they paying them.
You got former Florida State players suing the coach because they said he didn't give them all the NIL money that he promised. See, these players if they don't calm down with this NIL bullshit, but the NCAA is about to they're gonna create a CBA and they're gonna create a whole bunch of stuff, and it's gonna screw these players, man. They need to calm down.
They need to fix some of these rules, because like with the football thing, you got guys sitting out for the bowl games. And then you got these former coaches that's saying, "Oh, they shouldn't be getting paid, because if you sitting out for the bowl game and we paying you, we should dock some of your money for that." And then I heard one guy said that they should just wait till the end of the season to pay these guys, or something like that. But I'm not sure when they pay them.
I'm on board with that, because it's just like, look, if you making money now, you can't skip out on no games. That'd be like for example, can you imagine a player skipping out on the NBA finals because he about to enter free agency at the end of the year?
I don't want to get hurt. I wouldn't even want to pay him, to be honest.
What? You ain't about to sit out? What do you mean you sit out? I'm paying you still. That's what I'm saying. You need to give me some money back or something. Guys, you getting fined. But these college players, you gave them an inch. Now they trying to take a mile, and they thinking that the NCAA ain't gonna push back. These coaches, and then also when you have these big schools just basically buying the best players from these smaller schools have spent 2 years developing and creating a player, and then a big school come around and just offer them some money and snatch them. So you know what's going to happen now is that these smaller schools is going to start basically saying, look, you're going to have to start paying us a transfer fee. If you're going to come stealing all our best players after we spent all this money developing them, you owe us a fee. Just like the soccer system and international overseas.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be coming. We spend 3 years developing a dude at some small college, and you come snatch him just because you got a bigger budget. No, sir. No, sir. That's them days is over. Like it's just pro now, and it's kind of dumb because now it's not as exciting.
It do seem like pro because some of these smaller schools are snatching up these guys from these bigger schools because they got more money to pay them. So it's like, man, we can't even see the Alabamas no more like we did in 2016 and all that good stuff. So.
And I told people, I said, there's another team that I guarantee you over the next 5 years is about to turn into a powerhouse overnight. And we might not see it now, but it's going to happen. It's Howard University. They got the biggest NIL budget in college basketball. And when they start flexing that budget and start buying players, and now this is when you're gonna start seeing things change. Yeah, this is why they're gonna, because they don't want to see a HBC. They're not gonna want to see a HBCU team rise to the top that quick.
No.
I guarantee you, when Howard does it, they're gonna start changing rules. Watch, I promise you, because Howard's gonna flex it. I don't know when they're gonna flex it, but they're going to flex it. And it's just like what's VCU. So next year at VCU, every player on the roster making $300,000 salary. Every player on the basketball team.
You talking about Virginia Commonwealth?
Yep, VCU. So when you know that, damn, like you got all these other schools offering X, Y, and Z. Every player on VCU making $300,000. If you ain't offering me at least that, I'm going to VCU.
Fact.
You see what I'm saying? Like it's just like it ain't even gonna be about like because it used to be where good players would go to the college and they like vicinity. Like a guy from Indiana, he going to Michigan, he going to Illinois, he gonna go to IU, Purdue, somewhere in his vicinity. So he gonna have a local fan base that follows him. Like no it's just trash now, bro.
It's a different culture now, man.
So, but hey, Olo, man, hold on. Ochi takes it. Drop the link. Ochi, I dropped the link real quick. We got about 5 minutes, and I got to shut them down. Hold on, man. It's not even. Oh, there it is. It wasn't even copying, right? Yeah, but this college basketball stuff is stupid now, man. And I see why these coaches are stepping down. Jim Larinaga in Miami, he gone. All the elite coaches walking away from this bullshit.
How much that the guy that the Lakers was trying to get from UConn, how much is he getting paid? Didn't he sound like a 3-year, 4-year deal?
I don't know. I think he's making a lot of money, but
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have took the Laker job either. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have, like, it's like a nice thought, like when you think of it, but like, damn, I get to coach the Lakers. But when you look at it, Bobby, when you look at Hurley, and it's just like I can basically get a lifetime contract here at UConn. I ain't have to worry about no job security.
Getting fired the next year.
I ain't got to worry about fans. Yeah, getting fired. And it's just like you go to LA and you leave something as cushy as UConn right now. And it's hard to also leave something that you built up from the mud. Like UConn was in the dirt when he got there. So
he won.
What's good, man? We got Ochi. What's good, man?
Hey, what's good? I was just gonna ask, like, 'cause y'all started talking about NIL. Like, if you know any of the players that are, I guess, getting the back pay from it, because I'm seeing traction like this. It was on Instagram. I think a woman's track athlete. I think they said her estimate was like 20,000 just in back pay, and like that's some real fucking money.
See, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, man. Because the NIL is not even what they intended it to be. Like, it was supposed to be name, image, likeness. But these players ain't even getting paid for name, image, likeness. They just getting paid.
Yeah, it's just
they don't
a
have
salary.
to promote nothing. They don't have to do nothing. They don't have to get on no commercials. They just getting paid. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
I'll
is.
be fully honest. Like I was on a D1 team football in 2017, and they sent me all my stuff. And my estimate doesn't make no sense because I was a redshirt freshman. But I don't know. They did say it's mostly going to like basketball and football, but it's hard to see like the trickle down effects. You know, it really
I
is
don't think
becoming
it's
a
gonna be no
business.
retroactive pay. I don't think it's gonna be retroactive. Ain't no fucking way. You know how much money they would owe if they had to go retroactively and paying players? Ain't no fucking way they go retroactive. Ain't no fucking way. You like,
it sounds
no.
the same.
You know how much money
they're trying
Zion
to
Williamson
park
will
like-
be able to get from Duke if they go retroactive?
Oh my god!
I mean, come on, man.
He probably be the highest
Nah,
paid. To
To be honest, like what
Facts.
I'm saying is like you think how much money Zion probably brought into Duke if he go retroactively go
God.
collect some money, bro. They might as well shut the
I
program
just
down.
wasn't trying to do it because I mean I got the email and everything. Like they said over like a course of a few years. I don't know. Like that's the plan, but it has to get approved in court. I think in May or something.
I don't see it, man. And if it is, it's gonna be very minute settlement checks because there ain't no way no track athlete getting no 20,000. Track costs the school money, and half the time you don't even know who on the track team. You ain't making no money for the school. Your name and likeness ain't being used.
I don't know no college track.
Hell no. Even when
No,
they
you're
nice,
right.
you don't even know them.
I think they said for football and basketball, like if it was to go through, it'd be average, even for people that never played, like 135.
It'd probably be like 135,000.
That's the average for football and basketball. For Power 5 and D1 though, that's the kicker. Because I did play football at UCLA in 2017, and I know we made a whole bunch of money for him, but like still,
Bro,
like still.
I know some when I some of the players that like, how do you account for how much they get? Like, what if you was on the team, you got kicked off the team? What if you was only there
Right.
2 years? Like, how do you account for this stuff? You transfer, I don't get the math on this, man. Come on, this is gonna be wild than a motherfucker.
Yeah, like, even the way they're trying to do it, like NCAA is like, we don't really want to pay them, so we're gonna make the schools like football and basketball programs pay this out. I'm just like, how? Like, how in the hell is UCLA
Good
football?
luck with this.
Just go ahead and
Good
pay
luck
the
with
players.
that. Well, we'll see.
Like,
But hey, y'all, look, I appreciate y'all pulling up, man.
I'll come back on. I'll let y'all know
No,
if
I'm
anything
definitely.
happens.
I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna try to do a high school basketball stream because AJ the Bancer, he deserves a little bit of talking. You know, us talking about him, breaking down his game, seeing what he can do. And there's a couple other guys that's in the circuit. You know, I want to do some more research on Kyan Anthony. I haven't watched as much on him as I have some of the other guys. So, you know, but I'm definitely gonna tap in with the Boozer twins, see what they've been up to. Again, from what I've seen, I don't think they have very high ceilings in the NBA. You know, but I mean, you never know. You never know.
Got to
man.
break down that AJ kid game too.
Yeah, I mean, I got some games. Like if you look at my other channel, NBA Pulse, I got like maybe 7 of his games on there.
Okay.
I've been watching them. I've been really trying to get an eye on them. But outside of just elite athleticism and just getting to the rim, power dunking and stuff, I haven't seen. Like I don't think he has an elite jump shot. I don't know, man. I'm kind of worried about AJ the Bancer, man. I'm glad he took all that money because at least he's gonna be set for life no matter what happens.
Yeah.
So you get the $8 million from BYU, and who cares what happens? And that's what happened. That's what ultimately happens. Like they're gonna get $8 million from BYU. I don't give a damn if I don't go to the NBA. Fuck it. I'm gonna stay in college 4 years. I'm gonna get $8 million for 4 years. That's $32 million. Fuck, I'm good. I'm gonna flip this into
people
a
were
business.
even saying like, how is it gonna affect eligibility? Like, are some niggas just gonna want to stay? Say fuck the NBA.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
if I can make millions here. Like,
Why would
let me play a
why would I
50
go to the
year.
NBA and be a second round pick
And make more money in college?
I could just stay in
Yeah,
college.
that's true. Sheesh.
Because them dudes be getting like $1.7 million contracts. No, just go ahead and stay in college. Because after that 1.7 million contract for that 1 year, you might be cut from the team or something. You never know.
That's true.
You get $2 million for 4 years. That's $8 million.
Exactly.
And you
Holy
paying
shit.
for my degree. And if you're
And my
smart, you
housing.
invest some of that because you don't have to pay no bills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Man, bro, you about to make that. And so that's the angle where I'm surprised that most people aren't talking about where the NBA can start to really decline. I think that will be the potential cause of the decline of the NBA than what people are trying to claim now, like blaming it on LeBron. I think the NIL is going to have a huge detrimental effect.
Yeah, I can see it. Even though, like, if it would go through, it would obviously benefit me as a fucking, like, I told them everything. First name, last name, redshirt freshman. I only played 1 year. I fucking quit football. I played basketball. But, like, they said I was going to get, like, I think $80K. And I'm like, that's fucking bullshit.
Hey, look, man, get the money. If they giving out free money like that, shoot, I might look into it. Shit.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I told them where to send it. They said PayPal, Venmo, you know, but if it needs to come through.
Hold on, I didn't even get my money from the Facebook settlement. I know there was a big Facebook settlement, but I didn't even get my money off that.
You need to get that shit too.
Hell no, they said I thought they figured it out. I don't think it was very much. The only settlement payment that I actually got out was from FanDuel.
Oh.
And FanDuel settlement, they didn't even really give it to you in real money. They just put it in your FanDuel balance.
Shit, I think
they gave you like some credit
like from a bank.
No, I think you can cash it out, but you know they are not dumb. They know if they stick that money in your FanDuel balance, you about to start betting that shit right back.
Oh shit!
They ain't about to send you no checks. They about to put it right in your FanDuel balance. That's exactly what I did. That's like $560, man, right in my FanDuel balance. Shit, we about to hit some parlays. Fuck that.
Oh yeah,
tripping. Oh man, hey y'all, look, I gotta shut it down. I gotta head. I got practice. I appreciate y'all pulling up though, man. Olo and Ochi takes. Hopefully, we can get y'all up here on the next one. I'm gonna be back live tomorrow, y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on it.
Oh, tomorrow, tomorrow night after our game. Salute. Hey, Bezo the Prophet, definitely big time salute to you, man. Appreciate you hitting the cash app. But let me go ahead and drop y'all down. Appreciate you, Ochi takes and Olo as well, man. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir, Bezo, man. Definitely this one. I actually enjoyed this show, man. And I enjoyed the people that came up on the panel, man. They made a movie. All right, but yeah, look, we got a lot going on, man. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. We're gonna be back live tomorrow. I might do another morning stream tomorrow. I don't know. Y'all just be on the lookout for it. So it more than likely might be a morning stream. I just gotta see what my schedule lines up to be. But either way, man, we just gonna keep rocking out, doing our thing. Appreciate you guys also tuning in for Go James Kingdom show. Make sure y'all stay locked in with Go James Kingdom. And then also, I might start doing some dedicated stuff over on Twitch. Because I've seen a lot of you guys help me get monetized over on Twitch. And so now that we're monetized over on Twitch, I do want to capitalize on that to a certain degree. So again, I'm not too familiar with the Twitch platform. I just know I've been going live on it all this time. And then when I got the opportunity to get monetized, I took it. So definitely want to show some appreciation over there because I do see when you guys are watching from over there on Twitch as well. But look, y'all, it's FYF Sports, man. It's another great podcast episode, y'all. We're going to be back with more sports and news. But until then, man, it's FYF Sports. And we out.